And usually a little bit more upbeat music. This is more threatening.
Yeah, this is kind of scary.
Are we gonna be okay?
Hey, yo.
No.
Everyone died.
Yeah,
Already dead.
well, that's the new album that I just found today of Foxamores, and it's really good and well done. So like, I'm just enjoying the shit out of it.
Foxamore, is that who did our music?
That
Could
is
it
who did our
possibly
music.
be?
Thank you for asking.
Thanks, Foxamore. As we probably
It's so
say.
unprofessional. Okay.
One more time.
All right.
But
Should we welcome
hello,
everyone?
yes, hello. Welcome to Quests and Queers, a D&D game stream with a special focus on LGBTQ players. Quests and Queers is in partnership with Toronto Gamers, non-for-profit connecting nerdy gamers through video games, board games, and of course, D&D. Music is provided by Foxamore, as we already clearly said. Go Foxamore.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Special thanks to Mark today for setting up with tech, because there's a lot of tech work. We also did a lot of work today, so that's nice. And my name... Are we just... Yeah, let's just keep doing intros. Okay, sorry. My name is Brett. I am the GM and God. And I go by he, him pronouns. We're going to go on the table and just introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Charlie. I go by he and she pronouns, and I'm playing the lovely Rubalux the Red, who goes by he and him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I go by he and him. Today I'll be playing Aisha Night Shadow, who goes by she and her, and she is a half-elf warlock.
Okay, my turn. My name is Maverick. I use they, them pronouns. I'm playing Raveno, a skeleton fighter, among other things. And he uses he, him pronouns as well as they, them pronouns.
Skeleton who is a fighter, but sometimes he also fights skeletons.
Yeah.
I'm Ada. My pronouns are she or they pronouns. My character is First Protector Lazgra, who's a hobgoblin wizard, uses she, her pronouns, and also her apprentice, Shulralar, who uses he and him pronouns. He's a goblin wizard.
I'm Mark. I use he, him pronouns, and today I'll be playing as Egreth Bloodmaw, as if I played any other characters on the show. Egreth uses she, her pronouns because she is a Knoll Ranger. Away we go. You may know me from Culturally Apt. Follow me there too.
Do it.
Do it! Follow!
Don't be weird.
Mark, you pushing too many pencils.
Yes.
All right. So last time.
All right. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a switch up. So, last time on Quests and Queers, you guys had a long continued talk with Casaria Nam. You went and found the beautiful garment maker as well as armor supplier, blacksmither, enchanter, Thothram, who also managed to make some of your parties for some of your outfits for the party later tonight. He's not manufacturing parties for you. And,
Parties on demand.
After
Did
that,
we decide if Shul got an outfit?
Children's side. Discount.
Kid size.
After that, you guys had a lengthy talk with many of them. You talked a little bit more about Casaria Nam, a little bit more about yourselves, which is kind of a unique and cool thing. You also discussed about Nam as in her place in all of this, as well as others. After that, you went for a little trip down, remembering, to the Netherin Void, where upon walking in, you ventured forth down to the basement, and upon investigating further, you found not only Leolar dead, lies in the ground, but a large disc-like object in the center of the room, filled with blood, which apparently, when uttered a certain name that was contributed to the well, would reveal their location. Upon further review, you began to look around and notice that the various bookshelves lining the room were filled with names. And when we left off, Nam walked in and uttered her brother's name, which then appeared on the map, indicating that the Delim that you saw burned to a crisp in front of the sun is still alive, well, and active in the Goldies district. As you guys sit down in the basement, looking through the books and taking a little bit of time, looking down the blood well and wondering what this all means. You take a few seconds after the drop goes and bounces right off the surface, indicating exactly where Delim is. And you all take a second. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to insight check Non immediately to see how she's taken that news. It's a 1.
When you try to look over at her for a minute, you see like a little bit of a speckle of white in the back part of her hair a little bit. And you just get really transfixed on what the hell that is. And as much as you try to read her face, you just can't. Like, it's like spinach in the teeth, but it's in her hair. And you just can't figure out what she's going through right now.
Ruby doesn't know what Non's going through because Ruby's like, that's not possible.
Yeah.
I have a sample of the ash. I meant to deliver the appropriate rights to it, but collected it all the same. And so I will take like the pouch of ash to see if it's still present and intact, or.
As you begin to look it out, as you begin to open it up, you see dust there. But as you begin to look at it, a lot of it is missing, a significant amount.
I steal the pouch immediately.
Only seems to be like maybe a tablespoon left.
Jeez.
I saw him. I saw it happen. We all saw it happen.
I mean,
By the looks of how much of these
imps
remains
were
is left.
fucking with us all day that day, so maybe it was another imp.
But we took ashes from his whole, self, and we only got a little bit left. So perhaps it is true. Maybe he did die, and
Or 'tis an imposter.
And as Nam looks
Well, the
down
other
at
one
Floodwell
was.
for a second, her eyes kind of go blank as she looks down at her for a minute. And you can see that she has like this audible gulp as she just like walks out of the room and goes up the stairs and sits outside. Just on top of it, it's like looking at the store door.
She should not be unattended, I think. Still, there's more to learn here.
Yeah. Oh wait, no.
What are you doing?
I was just gonna be like, no. As soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, we should probably just stay here. Look more. I want Aisha to kind of go at her, but I'm like, no. I feel like she kind of wants to be here a bit longer and just see what's up.
I'll go make sure she doesn't leave.
Yeah.
There's no more I can help with here.
I'll send Shoal. Shoal's gonna go check up on her too.
Very well.
I guess I'll stay here and look at the map.
Yep. Interesting device.
So I want to try and take a look at the books and see if there's kind of a logic to the way they're arranged. Like, is there like an organizational system to them, so that if I wanted to search a name, I could find it?
Sure. Did you give me an investigation check?
I sure can. Please don't hurt me. That was so rough.
That's a 1. That's not
Yeah,
good.
1 right out of the gate. And when I tested it before the game, I got a 1. So that's the second 1 out of that die today.
Get him out of the way.
Yeah.
I didn't look
Save
And
for
that
combat.
was only a 9.
Only 9?
Yeah.
You begin to like look through the books, and as you begin to take one out, you're starting to notice like somewhat of a rhyme and reason to the words that are written on the page. A lot of the names seem organized by, they kind of make 3 brackets that are onto the side, and you can kind of tell that the names are almost divided by race, almost. That's
Okay.
much you're able to tell.
I can't make sense of these.
Anything specific you're looking for?
Well, if we could make sense of how the volumes are arranged, we could search anyone we knew without having to utter their name here.
I say a word. Can I say a name on the map?
Investigation.
Yeah,
Can I say Anketh?
Ankith
Yeah.
comes up immediately.
Where?
He's on the southern reaches, just past Elzus,
Okay.
near the Bay of Secrets.
Whoa, that's a subtle name for a bay.
Well, there's the Bay of Lies and the Bay of Secrets, and the Bay of Lies is just off of the ocean. The Bay of Secrets is actually 2 rivers that flood up inward into the main continent.
So sorry.
That cut off Elzus.
Where was he again?
Near the Bay of Secrets on the southern tip.
Southern tip, Bay of Secrets.
Let me investigation to try and discern.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good.
That's 21.
As you begin to flip through more of the names, you're able to tell that not only are they divided by race, but some of these names kind of bear a little bit more weight. Like, they are alphabetical, but you can see there's these little notches that are off to the side, rated out of almost 5, and you can tell that some of them are, like, rated more out of the others, and as you're going to look down, you can actually see a couple of them. Can you please also give me a knowledge history, please?
History, yes I can. That's not the one I am proficient in. So, not great, but still 14.
You started to notice one that's called, one person there is named Emmeline Kendall. And she is more or less a pirate that operates out of Elzeus. And then as you start to connect the names, you slowly start to notice these are all the people of criminal affiliation. These are people who have gone through the books, and as you slowly start to look at it, with the investigation paired, you notice that there's a sizably small list of elven names. There's a humongous amount of hobgoblin names, a similarly large amount of goblin names, and an even smaller list of bugbear names. As you start to flip through more of the pages, there seems to be a common theme among all of them. These are people and historical figures of not only crime syndicates, massive influence, but also the thought dawns on you as you flip through one more page after the other one. These are threats to Saren particularly. All these people have done something to Saren, or have affected emissaries, or high-ranking traders, or have stolen something from them. These are a compendium of lists dictated to people who have harmed Saren, or people who may believe to be a threat.
Could I usually take a look at the name device, the little blood well thingy?
Sure.
Okay, so I utter a name. She utters her dad's name.
Her dad's name?
Yeah, I'll do Night Shadow. Like, she kind of tries to whisper it, and like in case people hear, like,
Nothing.
That should be a stealth to see how sneakily you whispered that.
Yeah.
Like, perception check to see if I heard it.
Not natural
really
perception.
hoping the old man died.
My passive perception
We'll
is
never
20.
Are you trying to hide it?
Huh?
Trying to hide
I
it?
know, she just said it out loud. She just,
Oh,
yeah.
passive. I imagine it'd be like a 10.
Okay.
Oh, so I absolutely heard you do that.
Yes.
Who's that?
My father. Just trying to check on him.
History check to know who he is?
Sure, with disadvantage.
Okay.
His daddy.
Daddy.
Disadvantage, not good. It's just a 4, I have no idea.
You've heard some people who have almost auxiliary names. They kind of like sound like Night Shadow. Not really. Elven names and elfin servant names are very, very different than normal.
Wow. Is there anyone else we want to check on while we're here?
I mean, we could compromise these records, if that's of interest to anyone.
I mean, I'm kind of in favor of finding a way to destroy the whole thing.
Let's see. Can I make an Arcana check to see if that's something I know how to do?
Sure.
I'll help you, because I'm good at that.
Okay, mine was decent, but I have no bonuses to that.
How does helping work? Do you, like, give advantage?
You have to roll over a 10, and then you give the other person advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you help me figure it out then, because I have,
Okay,
like,
then I
plus
rolled a
6 to
13.
Arcana, which is enough to give me advantage?
that's enough.
Well, good, because I got a natural 20.
Nice.
A device of this type is more or less of infernal nature. It's also, it seems to be a mixture of both fiendish and demonic, fiendish and demonic, sorry, aberration-like, and as well as fiendish. From as far as you can tell from this device, is that this thing has been crafted from elements that are outside of this material plane. It's been brought here.
Wow.
This is an object of sizable power and worth.
Oof.
From what you're starting to look at Leolar, maybe Leolar may have been possible of this, but not without help. Not without sizable help. This is a device that could probably not be dealt with unless you were a particularly devout person, and you could do a large amount of, like, blessing the space. and then maybe you might be able to use this, but that's high level magics.
So we need to like sanctify the space to be able to destroy this at all.
Yeah.
We could try to destroy the record. They don't know whose names it contains. It won't be very useful.
Is the whole? Do we know like is the whole room the device, or is it like a little?
It's just a little pedestal, but like there's rooms. There's runes all the way around the room.
Yeah.
So like no one can see you looking at it. It seems to be, it seems to be wards against any type of arcane seeing.
I want to search for secret doors.
Sure.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Don't see anything that comes out. I mean, the masonry here is a little bit weird. You're starting to look at more of the rocks, and this space is. It's odd to even have a basement in Lake Reach. Never mind one of this size. Never mind the masonry of it. This was probably easily carved out somewhat recently. But
I'm also gonna copy down images of all of these non-detection runes and stuff.
Sure.
So I'll just have. Are they like? It's not like raised. Like I can't do like a scraping.
No, they're drawn in.
So basically, if we could just take it, but then people like know about its existence because it wouldn't be protected by all of these other things anymore, right?
It's like a powerful thing. Yeah.
I mean, we probably shouldn't just leave it here
I
for
mean,
anyone to use.
why don't we burn the books at least? No doubt the fire won't be enough to destroy the Bloodwell, but it could do certain damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, destroying the books doesn't really help if you remember the person's name.
But if you can't remember all of them, and there are very many.
Kind of feel like these similar paths of feet that go all the way down the stairs. You can kind of tell it's Nan coming back down. She kind of looks in, and she kind of tell for a minute as she's had a little bit of a moment. Then she comes back in. She takes a little minute, and she's like, "I say we keep it."
Well, just leave it here, or like
Well,
take it with us, because it's not going to be protected by these anti-scrying runes. People are going to know we have it if we take it out of this room.
I
But
didn't
if we
say
just
anything about taking out this room.
Leave it here, then anyone can access it.
Perhaps we can trap the room. Use it against them.
Fair enough.
Or we just like lock it up real tight. Magic, everything. No one can use it again. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know about just leaving it here.
Get someone to
This
watch
should
the
be-
place.
Not it.
Protected. Someone like the tower should have this, not just
Then
the
we could
basement of some house.
send word to them then. We are not alone in the world. So, what's the plan? No plan. All right.
Destroy it or not, I don't know. It could be fun.
I mean, I think
I smashed things.
getting
real
around
quick.
it, we really should burn all these records. At least.
Or move them.
Could we like
Yeah.
mess it up? Put like a giant like bunch of sand in there. I don't know. Like just really mess it up, like real bad, and then lock it up.
Thing.
Or is the map is a visible thing, like an object
Yeah,
we can see?
it's underneath the blood wall itself.
So it's pinned to the ground. Can it be moved?
No one ever tried.
I try to move the map.
Okay,
Can
so
I pick it up?
Give me a strength check, please.
Okay. Please.
During my investigation in Arcana and stuff,
Oh, that
like,
was good. Just a straight strength check? 20.
I don't know.
Not natural.
is the map also the map is also like made from these extra planar materials, right? So
Yeah, I gave it a go. It was a good roll. That was a 20 and I still couldn't
the
move it.
well and the
Let me
map.
try. This
Maybe
is
it-
strength.
Yeah.
Maybe two of you should.
21.
As you manage to just kind of grab both hands, and as you manage to crush both your fingers onto the sides, a part of it like manages to creak in, and with your strength onto the side, as you manage to pull it up, it comes out off without issue.
You loosened it up for me.
You can give me an intelligence check on that.
I mean, I'm not very intelligent.
It's because you're a boneman.
It's a 3.
Got bones for brains.
Yeah.
Not really, but the amount that the amount of effort that you put in versus the amount that Ygritte put in was marginal.
I'm gonna try and figure that out.
Now what? Is it really heavy?
Arcana.
You managed to just, like,
history.
Oh, just pried it off the ground,
Yeah,
basically.
like it's off it. You can see like the large thing underneath. He's just holding the bowl
Right.
as the bowl is like inscribed in with a map. Like you picked up the entire bowl off the pedestal.
Oh, I see. So, who wants the blood pedestal?
I'm gonna try and
We
figure this
can't-
out.
Exactly walk around with that thing.
It's pretty big.
Straight intelligence.
We'll just say it's a
15.
punch bowl
I kind of want this
for the
punch
party
You
tonight.
don't want it. You don't want it to make this an issue.
No, I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. You don't want to make this an issue.
We
But
should stash this at your friends.
Knowles have had a
Pumpkin.
background in aberration-y stuff. The other lineage.
I think it likes you on account of the whole origins of your people.
You're not a
You would
skeleton.
know that, right? Like,
I don't, probably not. Do you want me? Should I roll?
Advantage for you.
wouldn't it be?
Rip.
I guess it would
No.
be talked about.
For what? History? Intelligence?
It would be like a. Oh, that's
History?
like a religion stuff.
Oh, okay. Got disadvantage.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
You got this.
6.
Oof.
Not really a lot. I mean, you know
That's,
that there's
that's
a lot.
more my wife's thing.
You know that like your wife used to talk about it every so often. You know that there are long-standing rumors of how Knowles came into being, but nothing that's coming through your head.
I really don't think we should. I don't think we should move it from this room.
I agree.
As-
Please put it down.
Much as this is kind of
wanna
creepy,
keep
if we take
over
it
here.
away from these anti-scrying runes, then anybody looking for it's gonna know it's here, and we don't really want just anybody to be coming into possession of something like this.
I think we should hide it. We should
So-
take it
Well,
away.
why don't we just tell
Hide it. I don't know.
your friend and see if he can, if he's to be trusted, then he can at least maybe make it harder to find,
Yep.
protect it somehow.
Yep.
He's a warlock, not a miracle worker. But we can ask him.
Well, I mean, if he's too incompetent to do anything about it, then why bother? But,
What if we brought it to Caesarea Nam's house?
well, we not.
Oh gosh.
Who's gonna look for it there?
Oh.
Everyone.
And we
Tis
need
a very large tree, which everyone knows.
What if we give it to Scalag?
Would you be able to,
The one who still has the black star.
like, with
Still don't know where he is.
with me and Shoal knowing a lot about this kind of arcane bullshit, would we theoretically be able to, like, inscribe these same runes on, like, a box and then still protect it from detection?
These runes are like you might be able to get some of it, but the finer rules of it, you don't really know. You might have to do like a couple.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm gonna
checks,
send
like
word
a
to the
couple of them.
tower regardless.
You get the sense that these are kind of above you. Like even with all the skills that you know, like these are some high level shit.
So, here's what I propose. It was very difficult for me to move it. Perhaps, if we simply turned it upside down, put it back. That way the map is obscured. There's some sense to this. If the map is obscured, it cannot be used by anyone save those who can move it.
I see. We also leave a surprise
You can see,
underneath
you
the
can see
bowl.
Nan there being like, well, how did they get it here in the first place if they didn't move it?
It's beyond me.
Perhaps it was forged or summoned.
I like your idea to trap the area. That way we can find out who knows that it exists.
I have a feeling it's one of our notorious gnolls.
I think it was the gnome, actually.
maybe together.
Mm.
The silent G's working together.
Silent yet deadly.
It's the most obscure
Wow.
spelling of any of the things. I hate it.
Uh,
Yeah, it's Brett with a Z. The Z is silence.
The Z is silence.
Yes. Oh.
anyway,
Okay, I just sort of like drop it upside down. Unceremoniously.
As you immediately just begin to
just like dropping a
flop up
pizza
the
box.
lockwood, you just like flip it over, and immediately as that begins to happen, the blood runs into the runes.
Gross.
And just as that begins to sort out, it floods throughout the rest of it. You can see like this glowing kind of like pop up on the other side of it as it kind of glows with this almost white light. It begins to descend further, and you can tell from the corner of the room, it kind of spreads out all along the roof, and you can slowly start to see like this almost red liquid that begins to descend out from the bottom of it, forming into the rooms, and then moving forward towards the pedestal. I need everyone here to give me initiative.
No! Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
natural 20.
nice! Nice.
But for the most
y'all,
useful
like, just
thing.
fucked
Whoops.
up.
I was gonna like, where's a hat, y'all? I don't know. Bring with me. Oh, it's alright.
Wow.
Just gonna do some
Best
real
laid
bad
plans.
stuff.
Wait, this is not battle music. What the fuck? How dareth you?
Well, I'm gonna use some of my.
No, I need full on battle. God damn it!
I was
And
gonna
you
put-
want,
yeah.
you just want Schulte the same initiative order as me, right?
Yes.
So we decided. Okay.
Yeah, that's an old one.
All right.
I had so many ideas for that thing. So I was gonna put like the dead body underneath and
Instead of
hide
asking
it.
everyone,
So
I'm
when
just
you
gonna
open it,
ask
it's
you like straight up because
Yeah.
I'm this whole initiative thing has gone crazy. What's your initiative?
20.
20.
Nice.
Night Shadow.
12.
Ravna.
20, natural.
Damn. Lasgra.
6.
Whew.
23.
Holy shit!
Damn, I was hoping
I
I was
rolled
gonna
a
go
natural
first.
19.
It's not the spellcaster's day today. It's okay.
Holy fuck,
Figure out what
guys!
the fuck I'm gonna do.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Fight
that's a
blood.
good initiative.
Yeah,
I
damn.
don't know.
Yeah.
The fuck am I gonna fight blood?
I'll describe it. Don't worry about it.
We'll figure it out.
What's the worst that thing that can happen?
It could be like black pudding-esque or something. Who knows?
That's like, if only you know.
Shut up.
And it's what happens when you have someone at your table who also DMs.
It's the worst. It's like kind of low key the worst.
I'm sorry, it was just a shot in the dark. Or like, what murder liquids are
Initiative
there
was
in this
actually
game?
22. If
You're
that
still
matters.
the top. You're still the top of the chain,
Just
buddy.
looking at a wrong
You're still the
sheet.
top. You
Go to the top
grab
of the
the
mountain.
grass ring. Sorry.
So this is up to date.
Okay, so as it manages to go down and flood in, the top of the pedestal underneath just begins to flow with this almost red liquid, and as it begins to happen, it kind of forms off the back. It kind of blobs over, and immediately as it begins to absorb, it kind of shines almost with this dark, black, reddish kind of mixture that kind of bounces off the light. And the moment that it happens on the other two sides, the lights pop out on each side. This is considered darkness,
Magical.
not magical. though.
So if you have dark vision,
Just
you can still
darkness.
see.
So as it begins to
God.
happen, the light kind of recedes from it, and this large, almost black-like liquid that, with red tinges begins to move towards you. And as it begins to move, you two are on the side, you two on the side. You are, I imagine, near the front of it, not as near the back. And as you look over to the side past Nan, you can see another one beginning to form right behind her, and another one forming just behind Night Shadow. That's the start of initiative. Bloodmaw, you're up.
So one of the creatures is like a massive blood creature, like in front of me.
Yeah, it's right next to the front of the pedestal.
Okay, I cast Hunter's Mark on it,
Okay,
and then I'll just swing at it with my axe.
okay. Guys, I promise we're gonna get an actual map sometime soon. Like, I fucking promise. Because, like, I have all the things ready for an actual shack. An actual blood shack.
Oh shit!
Blood Shack! Blood Shack!
That is a shitty roll.
Episode title right there.
It's an 8.
Baby, blood shack.
8 to attack.
Yeah, 8.
Oh.
That's probably going to be a miss.
You know what the sad thing is? Might not. As soon as I find it. Brought to
It's
you.
a room. How hard is it to hit a room?
It's not the room though.
Yeah,
They've made
but-
these little
yeah.
awful blood
not the-
blisters
it's-
that hate us
it's-
and
it's
want us
not-
to die.
It's not the size of the room. It's the pudding that counts.
Yeah.
It's pudding. It's blood pudding.
Yeah,
This
Oh,
is the
it
best.
totally is black pudding.
What is
I
the
hate you
people-
for
I'm
it.
sorry.
If we all
You
get out
guys-
of the room, we could just lock these creatures in here, and then they are the trap for.
As we
That's
continue, what was
the
your
next
what was your roll?
one.
It was an 8,
Connected
right?
to the
Eight.
hallway.
You hit.
Oh shit!
Oh, nice.
Damn!
Dang, black pudding. Sorry, was that cringy?
No, I know.
I mean, I reeled from that. Okay.
I am often disgusted by my own behavior
11
as well. Behavior, cool. Okay, as that begins to happen, you slice immediately into it. As it happens, your battle axe cuts through, and as you begin to move out of it, a part of it is still attached, but it doesn't seem to do a lot of damage. But it does do a little. How much was it total?
11.
11. Cool.
And I also said that thing out loud about
What?
trapping the creatures in here.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you guys just move out of the room, we'll just leave this room as is.
Yeah. Leave for next person, who just probably is what you want here anyway. So.
I'll go last. I'm
And
the
as that begins
toughest.
to happen, as your battle axe sinks in, the top of the almost red liquid that kind of dropped down as you swing your battle axe up drops down and hits you. You take 2 acid damage.
Oh, no.
Damage goes down to the side and just kind of burns a part of your armor, and as it begins to move forward, it kind of smells like ironish, rotting blood-ish. Like it smells pretty bad. It's pretty nasty.
What is the?
Must
as well as that-
time to go faster.
As well as that begins to
Let's go
happen, you
faster.
notice the tiniest little like chink out of your part of your axe. Your axe is permanently damaged.
Oh no!
my
Minus
God.
1 to attack.
No!
Oh, yeah. The guys, let's get the
Rip.
fuck out of here.
And there's a bunch of them.
It's
That's
3 in total.
Okay.
Bloodmon, that's your go.
Yeah, that's all my. I've done a bonus. I've done
Ruby and Robin,
talking.
you guys get a tie between how you want to handle
My
it.
20 was natural.
My 20 is not natural.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's one directly in front of me,
Mhm.
and so if I move, it'll probably have an attack of opportunity, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so fuck that one in particular then, and that's the one that Egrith hit.
Yep.
Then I cast Toll the Dead.
Cool.
It has to make a Wisdom save. The DC is 13.
I'm pretty sure as it
Well,
rolls.
you can crit.
Miss.
Okay.
You're good.
In which case, it's missing hit points, correct?
Yes, it is missing hit
Then
points.
it's taking 1d12 from me.
Shit.
That's these ones, right? I'm having a moment. Good. And it takes 7 necrotic from me.
Oh, right. As it begins to happen, you hear this kind of like little chime of a bell in front of you, and as that happens, the black pudding begins to like separate for a second. You can kind of tell it kind of like moves like this and vibrates, and part of it goes immediately and begins to separate parts of it. And as that happens, it begins to refund.
I'm gonna assume Toll the Dead sounds like the bell ringers in Bloodborne.
Yeah,
Something
totally.
that
But
makes
this is a
sense.
black. This is a black pudding. That is
I guess you
totally
should also add
No,
that
that's
I use my
Your spell.
I use my trumpet to cast.
Ooh.
So I raise the trumpet like to where my mouth ought to be, and then it tolls like a bell.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always
Definitely
make the bell sound.
Definitely describe that every
I
time.
Ruby.
okay.
So,
You have to play the
so
dude
Nan's
on
near
it.
the door, right?
Yeah.
I
there's
can
one
pass you
behind
your
her.
And there's one right
Vuvuzela.
behind her.
You want your
Alright.
Vuvuzela?
I'm going to attack that one with my longsword.
Gotta be around.
Okay. As you begin to
I
move
didn't
past,
realize
you can
this
see
is what
the
this was for.
you can see the pudding right,
Yeah.
right next as you see Blood Moss strike into it,
Yeah.
as well as Raveno told the dead on
Yeah.
it. And as you begin to move past it, it's just past your range in order as it begins to like move towards you,
Yeah.
and it just is not able to get you. You're just out of range for it
Okay.
by like 2 feet. So as you begin to move forward, you run over the stairs, shove Nan onto the side, and
Yeah.
you see it on the
Yeah.
the top of the stairs. It almost has this almost blackish like look to it. It's seemingly been going off the walls and seemingly flooding out the side of the back of the wall, moving inwards, flooding its way down the stairs. It's about the size of a person. It's pretty rough.
Are we gonna be able to
Disgusting.
get past them and get out of here?
I have
it's
another
really
thought
creepy.
as well.
Alright, so I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
Hit it with my sword.
Oh god. Plus, So that is a 10 to hit.
Hit.
And I'm
Oh.
also going to do Divine Smite. So when I hit, I also expend a spell slot and do
An extra 1d8.
a 1d8. An extra 1d8 damage.
And that's radiant, right?
Yes, it is.
Which might be important.
Well, that's why I'm using it.
Yeah.
So first d8, 2 plus. So that is 4 damage, and then for the radiant damage is 6
That's good.
For a total of 10.
for a total of 10. But 6 is radiant.
Okay, as you slam in your weapon on the side, it goes, and it just kind of hits forward. And as you pull your sword back, you can tell that a part of it is missing,
Yeah.
and the armor and the weapon that you pull back is lighter.
Oh.
You can tell that it's
Yeah.
changed colors in certain parts. You're at a -1.
Oh.
But I cleared
But you did.
the
You
way.
did. Yeah, you did clear it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes.
did it.
Which one was that?
That was the one by the door.
And it's done.
Everyone get
Oh,
out!
so that's the one next to us then. Oh, because we're
Yeah.
okay. Great, cool.
Okay, as that begins to happen, the large, kind of oozy like thing in front of you, as it begins to reel back from its attack with the great axe, and as you no, it's a battle axe. Sorry, what am I doing? Blah, blah, blah. As it begins to go forward, it's going to move. It's going to take underneath your ankle, and it's going to try and swarm entirely around with 2 large pseudopod-like tentacles, and just try and like grab your head entirely. So it's going
Who's
to-
it grabbing?
It's going to try and grab Bloodmo.
Dang.
Don't get got.
Names look to be more
16 total?
literal if these things are made out of blood.
Am I making a saving throw?
No, you're not. You're just
No,
your
what's your
AC.
AC?
My AC is 18.
Oh.
As it begins to move forward, it just kind of like grabs you onto the side, but you, ever quick to notice that it's trying to grab out, you just move slightly a little bit more further back and raise your shield up and lower your stance, so it can't really get to you without moving around. That's its turn. As it moves over to the side, the black creature behind you that begins to move and form that goes around.
Hey,
As
blood.
it begins to look
Hey,
over
she's
to you,
like, this
you're
is so
too
gross, you
focused
guys.
on the reddish, blackish creature in front of you. As it goes to the side, you can feel this almost cold, slippery thing begin to move past your calf. And as you look around, it's up to your hip, and it just moves forward and just lunges directly at your face.
Oh,
Gross.
Oh. Aisha's
My
gonna jump
face,
scare.
my beautiful face, I'm a greasy, stinky
Oh,
llama.
I drank you last time. I don't want anymore. Why is my partner so cruel to me? Fucking blood. All right.
Okay, sorry.
It's my
I'm a dirty, stinky llama. No, llama face.
Gonna make some.
Sorry.
Oh,
So,
no.
wait. Oh, it's still going. Okay.
You gotta
Yeah.
see if it hits you.
Oh shit. Okay, wait.
So as it goes over, it launches directly on.
Yeah.
I imagine it's gonna hit with a 24.
I don't know, does a 24 hit you?
Guys, oh my god.
So as it begins to go
Oh.
forward,
Night Shadow near me?
you already moved
It's
past.
too late.
I'm still.
sorry.
It's okay. No, it's not your
As
fault.
it begins to go forward,
You
it
did so
kind of
much
like
right.
lashes onto your face, and you just immediately feel this kind of large, like, poof, blasting onto the side of your face. You can feel like your nose almost resettle out of place before it bounces back.
No.
Take 5 bludgeoning damage.
No.
And just as it begins to happen, you can feel like this sizzling almost as a part of your flesh begins to
Oh,
like lift
are you
and boil
serious?
out as you take 3 acid damage.
What the
Party emoji today.
We have a party tonight.
Good thing you didn't pick up our costumes before coming here.
Oh.
Yeah.
As that begins to happen, there's the thing in front of you, this kind of oozingness begins to move up, and as it looks up at you from the bottom, it kind of like molds over. It meets your face, and as you look over down into it, you're able to look at it. And as you look at it, you can see your face almost mirrored off. And as it begins to press outside of the liquid, it begins to move upwards. I need everybody here to give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Well, that's not Ruby's strong suit.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
I rolled a 20! Oh my
Oh my god! If I need that.
I
Oh, so
rolled a
good.
20. I rolled a 20. I rolled a 20. I got a rock.
As that begins to
23.
happen, as it looks up at you for a minute,
Yeah.
you can hear like this violent scream, and as it begins to move up, it begins to take the shape of you almost. And as it begins to look forward, as Nan looks behind, Lazarus, as you look up at it for a second, as you see the black pudding, you can see your face rising up out of it almost. The vision seemingly changes from person to person, and as it begins to happen, everybody who passed a DC 10 saving throw.
I mean, 23, so.
Yeah, everyone who goes above it, above 10,
9.
you take 4 psychic damage, and everyone who does not
Oh my
takes
God.
8.
That's 20.
You get 20. Sorry.
So a success gives you 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, that's a lot of damage.
That feels so
4 is
bad.
not a lot of damage.
I mean, I took all 8 of that.
I
but
took
it's
8 too.
still-
yeah.
Wait, so I'm
I
taking
took
4?
8 too.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
It's fine.
Two of them. Lazarus,
alright.
you're
Oh,
up.
wait, did Shoal need to do one too?
You mean
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Shoal
Yeah! Shoulder
He
Ruby in
takes
the
4
20
damage.
game.
How many 20s did people roll just now?
Let's see.
Like, the fifth one or
2
something?
out of Law's Grow,
Oh,
one with
crazy.
advantage.
Okay.
And then Ruby had one.
Yeah.
And I don't. Oh, and I had one on initiative.
Yeah.
What the sweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot of 20s really
going
quickly.
on?
That was
Alright.
we started with a 1.
We're gonna roll a lot of ones at the party.
It's gonna be a 1 night. I just love those nights.
Okay.
Should do a dice like a coin toss D&D one. That would be a lot of fun.
really nice.
Like you either fail tremendously or you
Oh.
pass
Succeed tremendously.
tremendously.
Yeah.
we're right down the middle.
Hurts.
Yeah.
Oh.
What if it lands like directly on
You're
the side?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Are we still running away?
Yes.
Bravely
So-
ran away.
And do I have a clear path to the door?
Yes, but you would have to run through the putting that.
So I don't have a clear path to the door.
Well,
Yeah, but you have to take you take an attack of opportunity.
I'm after Lazarus.
Okay, so what's the?
Yeah, what did you roll? Sorry.
I had initiative 12 is 12.
Yeah.
Oh, but just being just
No, you're actually
Yeah,
ahead
you're-
of putting. Sorry, you're ahead.
Sorry.
My apologies.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
That was my fucking
No, it's
mistake.
okay, it's okay. I'm just like double checking.
Because you rolled a 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
2 plus
right
10.
after the black pudding. Sorry, Nation.
Oh yeah. Good, because I want payback. That was fucking gross.
That was my mistake. My mistake,
No,
guys.
it's okay.
My mistake.
That's okay.
Thank you
Alright.
for counting
Yeah,
that.
that's cool. I'm gonna hex that thing right away.
Okay.
Well, the one that's like the closest one to me that I think you damaged, or you did stuff too, or.
no, I
The one that's
killed a
closest
different
to you
one.
is the one
It's
that's
the one that
behind
grabbed
you.
on
Oh, the
your
one
face.
oh, then not. Yeah. Okay, that's the one. So I do a little witchy thing, warlocky thing. I hex it, and I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast right away.
Can you check for a hex?
Oh, sorry.
You're hexing?
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can do. Can you
It's
Eldritch
a-
Blast as a bonus action? It is a cantrip. but I
No,
don't
no, no. Hex is a bonus.
Oh,
Hex is
I
a bonus
see.
Yeah,
action.
hex is-
you do
Alright,
like on
there
this.
we
Yeah,
go.
it's like
That's
a bonus
why.
extra kind of thing.
Let's make sure we know what hex does.
Yeah.
I
So
got
it
it.
More
It's
like
fine.
So
You do what you want to.
L's.
gives a 1d is that 1d10 force damage.
Yeah,
bonus
you place a
action.
curse. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage
Oh,
to the target
1d6.
whenever you
Sorry,
hit it
sorry,
with an
sorry.
attack.
Sorry.
You
No,
also-
Eldritch Blast is a D10.
You also choose
Okay.
one ability when you cast the spell. The target will have disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. Constitution.
Okay. So I cast it and I choose for Dex to be its thing.
Okay,
Constitution.
cool.
Yep.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yep. Yep. Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have an ability score.
Oh
right?
shit!
roll a
What happened?
D6,
What happened?
D6, please.
Nothing.
Okay,
I
roll a
love
D6
you.
Oh, did something.
Metagaming.
Oh no! Did you something bad? Oh no!
No, you didn't. I was doing a bad thing and you didn't even notice.
Oh.
It was really amazing. I
Oh.
was beside you and I was going, Constitution! It should be Constitution!
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Shit, that's okay. Okay.
No metagaming.
Oh, alright. It's been set. Yeah. Okay. I got
That's
a 3 for that D6.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not upset. I just thought it was funny. We're funny, guys.
I just wanna blast it.
Okay.
We're funny, right?
Ah!
Oh no.
No, it doesn't even matter. It's 4 plus shoot. Sorry.
No, just say it. Maybe it's
These
easy
things
to
have
hit.
really
Yeah,
shitty
they're
AC.
shitty ACs.
Okay.
so find it.
Yeah. It's sorry. It's 4 plus 5, which is
You hit it.
9.
9.
Oh, I do. I hit. Oh my god, I hit it.
The shittiest
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Once
Okay.
before.
Great. Okay. Now I roll that D10 real quickly.
Come
Yeah.
here and
Hell
flick
yeah.
you.
A D10 force and
It's 2 plus 3.
Triple 3?
Yeah, from the.
No, you have to roll. Do you add anything to that? Do you have agonizing?
Oh right, I
blast?
do. Okay, so
right,
plus
you have
plus
agonizing.
plus 3, which is 5. 5 plus the hex.
Yes. You
Which
can't
is-
total.
The extra 1d6.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
count all of those things.
Okay.
Because I will not.
Okay.
So 5 force damage.
No, you already did the thing.
Yeah, I already did that. Yeah,
What
yeah,
are
yeah.
you
I'm
doing?
confused. I'm
You
confused.
rolled
Yeah,
your
yeah,
hex
I did.
damage.
Yeah.
So as that happens, you kind of you kind of
Sorry.
like see it launch off your face for a minute, and you just instinctually move your hand with this almost blackish purplish energy, launch hand down, and there's this large, almost concave blast-like shape, which
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can see a part of its ground for just a minute.
Great. Little asshole.
Losgar, your go. Sorry, I didn't fuck my
Alright.
Messed up my makeup.
Okay, good.
So we're trying to
Must
run,
be
but that
a
one
I know.
needs to get taken care of first. Would it take any like action or bonus action or anything to try and like roll a check to figure out what it's weak against?
Because I
You
don't
could
think there's
do-
specific rules about trying to roll knowledge checks in combat. Like, would that be an action?
That'd be
or
a bonus
anything?
for
Or
me.
is that
I
just
almost
like?
always classify them as bonuses, and just because it's easier. Or you take half your movement. So I'm going to. I'm going to say basic intelligence check.
Oh, thank you.
So, so okay. So what if I'm gonna roll a knowledge check?
Excuse me, intelligence.
But like, is that an action? Did we figure that out?
No, I said bonus action or half your movement.
Okay, I'll use it for half my movement because I want to move good. Straight knowledge makes that a 20,
That's
or
a
straight
fucking,
intelligence.
That's a fucking ooze, all right.
Yeah.
But you've never seen that type of ooze before that can just almost have psionic abilities like that before. Something has
Uh-huh.
changed within it. Something is odd. Oozes are not supposed to be intelligent.
Yeah. So
This one's seemingly by the environment or something like that has a different form almost.
okay. So I'm able to discern no information about what types of damage it's weak to.
It's not really what type of damage it's immune to, or what type of damage it's
I just want to know what type of elemental damage I should cast on it.
You should not cast acid, cold, or fire.
Okay.
Oh God.
Acid, cold, or fire.
That's is good.
Just gonna cast.
No, but you see, my character
So-
doesn't know this.
Yeah.
One there. I mean, I'm gonna bark that to everybody though. And chromatic orb. It's an attack roll. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or
It's
thunder.
hard
Yeah, that's
Am I
very
doing it
walking
right?
It's hard.
I
It's
know
like
one chord,
wobbly.
so. And that's a mandolin
I only learned one
chord.
song, and you want to know what song I learned? I learned, oh yeah, Whole Wide World and Stranger Than Fiction with Will Ferrell in it. That's the song I fucking learned. You want to know why? It has 2 chords, and it's actually quite a beautiful song. I actually like that movie. That's
D&D.
Chromatic orb. Since we're
Are
just
you
getting
gonna
out of
get
here
orb?
quick, I'm gonna use my orb.
Make
And
orb.
I'm gonna make an attack roll.
Attack. You're gonna attack with your orb.
Shoot at orb. Ooh, that's
Shoot at orb?
not
But what's
great,
your-
but
what's
it's
your
like a
modifier?
9.
No,
That'll-
sing.
9
Yeah,
hits.
it's-
Or actually 11.
Hit it.
You hit it with
I'm
your
gonna
orb.
do it with acid, cold, and fire are bad. So I'll do thunder because
Thunder.
it's louder. No, this is a quiet. This is a small and close space. Be too loud. So 3d8
So it's lightning?
lightning damage.
If anyone has seen Cats Don't Dance.
I do not remember that from that.
It's
I've seen it once, I
Darla
think.
Dimple. She's making the
11,
storm to kill
18
all the
lightning
animals 'cause
damage.
she hates
Holy
them.
shit.
How much?
18. Look at that.
Oh yeah!
So this is going to kill you.
5, a
You
6,
take
and
a
a
look
7.
at it, and as that happens, you take a quick study of it, launch one hand forward, think of lightning damage, widen your stance, move forward, and as lightning kind of chains throughout your fingers, you kind of launch it immediately at the black pudding, and as that happens, lightning surges around it and just goes and just like blows out in this large spattering formation. Some of it hits the back of Nan's head. Some of it hits like your face. You're covered in it. Because like it was like right in front of you. So you just like watch it just go whack!
Oh.
And then the moment you happen, you look down, and as the smite carries into the black pudding, you see an electrical bolt from off vision goes and just blows up directly in front of you.
Yeah, how much damage
So
do I
that's
take?
Yeah.
So that's 2 dead, right?
Only one is dead.
1 dead. Okay. Try and keep track
How
of
much
And I
acid
can-
damage do I take?
You don't take any.
Oh,
it
I
seems,
mean,
it seems nervous
Yeah,
at this
yeah, yeah.
point.
It's
So
just,
I'm gonna
Okay.
it's
use
just,
I'm gonna use my last
bad
15
thing, yeah.
feet of movement since I did that to get to the door. Can I get like to the door with that?
Well, what's your full movement?
30.
So you took half your
Yeah,
speed.
so
So
move
you might,
15
you might be able to get just past the stairs.
Well, yeah, I just want to.
Yeah, you just be able to get just past the
Okay.
stairs.
And then I mean, Shoal's just gonna. Can anyone not? Everyone can see in darkness, right? Everyone has dark vision.
Yeah,
Dark vision. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
Shoal's
no.
just gonna book it up the stairs.
even Captain Bones.
You know what?
Mm-hmm. 60 whole
Okay.
feet.
Well, Dark Vision in 3.5
Yeah.
was slightly different. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it better.
So- Yeah, Shoal's just gonna book it out. I can get like to the stairs with 15 feet. Okay.
No problem.
I'm also gonna. I'll get behind these two at least, and still kind of so I can still see into the room in case anybody else needs help.
Okay, as you see, Nan just like grabs back her head and just goes, "What?" And as that begins to happen, she moves forward. She sees that you're near it, and she just launches out 2 hands of fire and just lobs them directly towards the ooze in front of you.
Oh no!
It's gonna blow.
Bring it.
Hope she ain't missed.
One missed. Unbelievably, one
Wow.
missed.
It hits me.
Well, it could hit me too. I'm pretty close to where you are.
It's a small room.
Alright.
We're in it.
Not bad damage, though. Not bad damage at all. So as one of the firebolts flies towards it, firebolts flies from her hand. It kind of like curves around the creature almost. It kind of swings over and smashes the end of the wall, and just kind of like, and just kind of burns a clean portion of the wall. And you can see sort of what the masonry looked like when it was clear. And then as one blast through another, it kind of like carries over.
I
And just,
did tell everybody that fire's not going to be effective, but I guess
She
she's
missed
too
it.
mad.
she missed one. She
So
hit with the
let's-
other.
Yeah, no, I
Men
mean,
did not hear.
she didn't hear the thing about fire damage.
Well,
having
she's
a
attacking.
day.
She's not
Gotta say it
attacking
in
the same thing
character.
you are attacking.
All
She's
right.
attacking the big red one. in the middle
Which
of
is
her.
different.
Ah.
Okay, cool.
As it goes through, she actually manages to do a whopping 10 fire damage to it, which is
Huh.
fucking sweet.
Wow.
That's her turn. After that, Bloodmaw, your go.
So is the thing I was attacking before still
Yeah, it's still
up?
around.
Alright, I still have Hunter's Mark on it.
Yeah.
And I will just use my broken axe and swing at him again. That's much better as a 16.
Hit.
Uh, 8, 11, 13 damage.
Nice.
Okay. So that as you immediately begin to slice into it, and as you slice down, just like, and bring it all the way down to the ground, your weapon takes another -1.
Yep.
As well as
I've
you
accepted its fate.
You also take 3 points of acid damage.
Oof.
As it begins to slide back and hits onto your face, you can slowly start to smell like burnt fur as it begins to mat into your neck almost. And as that happens, your axe hits the bottom end of the floor and just goes and just breaks off into 2 immediately off to the side. There's
So-
now 2 black puddings.
We should definitely get the
Oh.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Alright, I use my movement to go towards the door.
Okay, you're gonna take an attack of opportunity from both of them.
Fuck.
Sorry, man. Man, I'm just gonna do this very quick math. As it goes, they're gonna try and attack you both times. 19, one's natural 19,
Damn it.
one's natural 16. I imagine they hit both times.
18 AC?
One's a natural 16 and one's a natural 19.
So it's more than +3?
Yeah,
Alright.
they're both gonna hit. As that happens, you are gonna take a fucking lot of damage. Sorry, man. This is how this fucking goes.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. I
So as
just
it begins to
realized a thing.
Happen. Sorry.
I forgot. I have this in my book.
Nice.
Maybe now. Hopefully not now.
You're gonna take a shit ton of damage right now.
I should have
Oh my
realized that.
god, stop.
So as it
rolling.
begins to happen, you can see one just like latch onto the side of your leg, and as it just begins to like clips you into the side, you kind of almost have trouble walking away. And as that happens, you take 3 bludgeoning damage onto your side, and then you notice on the right side of your leg, you take 16 points of acid as it begins to like
Whoa.
roll
I'm
the
down.
edge of
0
the
hit points.
sled,
Oh shit.
and you're
Wow.
gonna take another hit.
I guess we're not running.
You're gonna take another hit.
Fuck,
Over
I
next to
don't
you.
really have any control over that.
Which counts
Yeah.
as one failure.
Ruby,
on
Yeah.
how close are you?
saves.
Oh.
I'm right in front of the door, I think.
So you're not close enough to Egrith to say protection?
No, not
Shit.
close.
Okay. That's 2.
Alright.
Ruby or Raveno, your go.
Okay. Matt?
Go ahead.
Egrith is down.
Okie dokie. So how many of them can I see?
Right now there are 3. There are 2. The black pudding is separated into 2.
Okay.
There's one also behind Night Shadow.
Alright. And are there any of them that are within 5 feet of each other?
Yes, the 2 black puddings are within 5 feet.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on both of them. I have a feature called Reaper. When I cast a necromancy cantrip, which would only target one creature, instead target 2 that are in range and within 5 feet of each other.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So the wisdom save is DC 13.
Reap
Okay.
those puddings. You reap what you
One of them fails.
sow.
Another one fails.
Okay,
They
and
both
then
fail.
and they take 9 points necrotic each.
Okay.
I'm going to use my action surge, and depending on how they do. Did they live?
They live.
Then I use my action surge to do it again.
Oh, fucking K. Alright, do
Don't forget
it.
to do.
I will.
Oh
do the
yes,
wisdom
and
save.
I do. I'm not going to play my duder.
Just do it quiet.
Just
One of them passed, the other
yeah, that's quiet.
one of them passed, another one failed.
Okay.
All right. So either way, they will take 7 points necrotic.
7 points of necrotic. Okay.
Yep, or none if they pass.
So as it begins to happen, you kind of like dude as you go down immediately on
Dude,
the side.
motherfucker.
Hard flat onto the ground. Yigo's head smacks against the side of the ground, and you can tell these vibrations begin to like whip it out. Tentacles begin to writhe everywhere as you begin to use Toll the Dead. That's your turn. As you've done massive damage to them this fucking round.
Yeah.
Raveno, that's your go. Ruby.
Ruby's going, Egrith is down, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to
could've done it,
charge
could've
one
done
of the things
Oh, wait, no, I
around
didn't.
her and attack. Alright. So,
I got a working strategy team.
Do this.
so that is a 9 to hit.
Hit.
And I'm also going to do Divine Smite again. Where is my... There it is.
Your smiter.
My smiter.
Your mighty smiter.
Oh god, I rolled a 1 and it's -1 sword. So that is now a...
No, it's a -1 to attack. It's not a -1
Oh,
to
my...
damage.
Okay,
Which would
one...
have been an 8 then to hit.
Yeah, it would have been 8 then. Does that miss? Or is this
No,
still
no,
hit?
it still hits.
Okay.
If I set this up.
Alright, so then that then
right in
is
Aida's
4,
Okay.
and then
I need a place for this.
plus
I want to spray.
plus
paint
2 radiant.
I got
So
plenty.
total?
6 total.
Okay, cool. As you manage to go down, you slice into it, and the moment that happens, it kind of breaks and it begins to crack, and you can tell one of them begins to like move further and get even slower as it begins to shrink in place, but it's still alive.
Oh my god.
As it begins to happen, the two of them that are next to you are just going to crowd up, move over towards you, and they're going to attack you twice.
Alright.
Yeah, one of them hits with a 23.
Big hit.
Zeri.
Strong puddings. Mighty
Oh,
Malcolm.
fucking Christ. These things are hitting like fucking heavy.
Like truck.
So as it begins to happen, one of them goes to the
Like a
side,
gooey
smacks
truck.
you, you take 7 bludgeoning damage
Alright.
and 11 acid damage.
And 11 acid, alright.
One of them's going to try and attack again.
Oh my god.
18 natural.
One
So
time I
fucking
don't
lucky.
absorb elements.
You're the luckiest person on fucking earth. You take 3 bludgeoning damage as it begins. Another one begins to go to the side, smacks you in the shoulder, and as that happens, your AC begins to dissolve cumulatively as both of them attack. You're going to take with this one. You can take 3 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
6 acid damage.
Alright.
And as it happens, your armor is reduced by 2 each time.
Minus
God.
2.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's fucking lucky, guys. Night Shadow, you're up.
Okay, there's that little tiny one left that's like just still there.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna get that little one just so we have less things there. Oh, because like a part of me wants to just rush in and like.
I mean, like, if you
there.
have heavy duty spells, now's the fuking time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay,
You
yeah,
saw
yeah,
what I just did.
I'm just
It's
gonna
like,
go. Okay, yeah.
If
So,
a character's
yeah,
down,
yeah.
strategy-wise,
Yeah.
I do my little witchy thing. I move the hex that's still active to the dying little one.
it's still active.
Oh, it's still yeah, it's still.
Yeah, it's just separated.
It's still it's okay. So it's still there, and I'm gonna do my Eldritch Blast again.
Are both of them hexed?
Only one of them.
Okay, it hits because it's 12 plus
You hit it.
Wait, yeah, it hits.
Move ahead. Move
Great,
ahead.
great,
move
okay,
ahead.
great. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, that's 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 3 is 8.
As that goes down, you move over and it just goes and it just splatters along the side. The side is no longer moving. That one's down.
Yeah.
There's still one part.
Oh
of the
my
black
god,
thing still moving.
still.
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna move a bit back towards just a bit back to the door. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna take attack of opportunity.
Ah,
There's
shit!
one right behind you.
Oh shit! Forgot.
Hey,
Okay,
you're
whatever. Whatever. Okay.
Where's Ruby?
Ruby is standing near Egrith.
Yeah.
Does
Alright.
a
I got 10
Does a
health
13 hit
left.
you?
I am 13.
Yeah.
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 Just barely hits, I think is the vernacular of the day.
As that goes through, you
You're gonna
take
get
6
wrecked.
bludgeoning damage
Stop rolling.
Stop
and 10 acid damage.
Oh.
How you doing?
I'm down.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm down.
Strategies, guys.
Yeah. It's okay.
Great Pudding that's next to you is going to attack you.
Say that's one failure.
That's one failure.
Oh, okay.
Assuming it hit, but it has to hit.
It
So
has
to
yeah, you take an automatic fail.
Okay.
Okay.
After that, that is Lozgra. Here we go.
What I know.
Shouldn't have moved.
I know.
If there's something right next to you, the worst thing you can do is move.
Yeah.
So our afternoon plans are cancelled.
Yeah.
We will now be taking a long rest.
Oh my god.
You can always make a long, like,
Taking a nap.
you guys should not have turned over that thing.
I really should. Yeah.
I told you guys not to move.
So how many are left?
I mean, I misunderstood.
No, it's
That
o-
was
no,
part
it's
of the
okay. It's
pedestal,
perfectly
so I
fine.
screwed that up for us.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade and use my bonus action. Get a nice skewer of,
Slewer of Okra jelly.
and I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna attack the one. I'm gonna rush up and I'm not moving past any threatened squares to get to the one that
Brought down Blood Maw? No.
Yeah. Okay. So because it's dark in here, I have advantage on the attack roll, and that's gonna, assuming a 16 plus whatever.
Yeah,
it
you
is.
got it. You got it.
Um,
Don't worry about it.
and Shadow Blade, 2d8 psychic damage.
Alright.
You got this.
Nice.
10 psychic damage.
As that goes through, it moves to the side. From the side, you leap to the right, and you just like slice inward. And as that happens, it goes to the side, cuts off. The bottom part of it is just flat on the side of the ground, and one's still remaining. 10 damage, nice.
Nice.
Good job.
Good job.
Nan's going to go over. She's gonna move to the side where it saw you. She's gonna move past the other the larger jelly. Actually, she's just gonna attack that one. She's gonna make 2 attacks. One at your pudding and one at the.
Okay, great.
One's still
Oh,
on
okay. I see. Okay.
I still can't stop thinking of chocolate pudding.
She blasts one to the side, the one that's next to you. And
Yeah.
She's a part of it blasts off part of its cap and just slides off against the wall behind it.
Oh, great.
The other one, she's gonna hit it. And she blasts off the one behind you, kind of splatters on the wall. The other one in front, closest to you and closest to Blood Maw, gets like a sizable portion of it blasted off immediately. And
How many puddings remain?
how many puddings remain? I think They still, both of them are still up.
So there's two.
Yeah.
How can you have any pudding? Eat your weight.
How can you have Bloodmon, I need you to make a life or death saving throw, please.
Was that just a D20?
Yeah.
D20, yeah.
That's it? Just a raw roll?
Yep, this is a raw roll.
I'm going to use this one instead.
You want me to blow on it?
12. It's a success.
12.
Success.
Success, you're fine. I was like, if you were to roll a 1 there,
Oh my god.
The whole table has an immediate heart attack.
I know.
Oh.
Like, Question Clear's first funeral.
Ruby Ravno, it's your go.
Okay. Shall we just let me go first again? Or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
So the remaining two puddings, are they near each other? Or are they apart?
One of them is right next to Night Shadow, and they're apart. They're they're apart by
But
about
I can
10.
see both of them?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll use Word of Radiance.
Okay.
Each creature of your choice that you can see must pass a con save. The DC is 13.
Okay. Fail. They both
Okay,
fail.
and then they both take 1d6 radiant from me. They take 4 radiant damage.
As they go and you speak the word of radiance, all of a sudden this bright light casts down from inside of them, goes forth, expands. They start to make tiny little holes, and as it happens, they both push out, and the lights and the rays begin to spread out. And the moment that happens, just go, and they just blow at the same time, covering the space
Oh, yeah.
immediately.
For the
End
record,
of combat.
and the word was just enough.
And it just goes and just blasts
When
immediately.
I know combat's over, I put my hand on
Alright.
Egrith and put 10 points of healing into her.
Yay.
And then I'm going to run over to Aisha and put the other 5 I have left into her, so I have
Thank
0.
you. Thank you.
Okay,
Oh.
that's it, guys. That was the
Oh my god.
Well, me
I
and
was-
Shoal are gonna start prestidigiting.
Single fucking combat. I'm
Jesus.
Jesus.
I'm gonna clean us all up.
Yeah,
And Ruby's
yeah.
now after that can be like,
Yeah.
I said not to touch it.
So my nose, Aisha's nose is like, it's not really cracked, right? It's just kind of.
No, I
Okay.
said
It
that
just hurt
it
really
felt
bad.
like a
It
crack,
felt like
but
okay.
it didn't.
Just
They
making
cheated.
Sure.
True,
So,
they
yeah,
did
I'm gonna
multiply. Cowards.
I'm gonna start cleaning everyone. Me and Shoal are gonna start using prestidigitation.
Can
to
we
start
do
cleaning
this
people.
outside?
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah.
threat's over now. Let's
As
just
you
get.
look down, you can
wanna
tell
walk
the,
out there all,
the
all
damage to
goopy.
your armor and weapons.
At least upstairs.
They
Yeah,
still
please can we
remain.
get out of here, please?
But I have sustained none.
No.
Holy shit.
Your armor's still at a -2. Your axe is still at a -2.
Yep.
Gross.
Well,
And my sword's on -1.
Let's
And my
go
sword's on a
upstairs.
-1. I believe.
Yeah.
I too have had enough of this room.
I'm down to burn this whole building down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna destroy it, but
No more blood monsters for anyone.
maybe that'd
It'll be
a way
difficult
in.
to
Just-
access.
Let's just lock it and, I don't know, trap it and get the hell out of here, please.
Fair enough.
Put like a bunch of things over the cellar door.
I'm gonna
It's like
help Egrith
Yeah.
up and just like walk out.
You look so displeased.
Egrith's pride is hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, please. I have blown to pieces twice so far.
Egrith, once we're tidied up a bit by Shoal and Lasgra, Egrith will walk straight across the street and purchase a new axe.
The lady, okay, minus off like 10 gold. I'm not even gonna do that NPC thing.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And I was worried it would be more, and I'm buying a newer, and I'm willing to spend more money for a fancier axe, because we're going to a party later.
You do notice one that has
just
a
needs to be
lovely,
decorative.
has a lovely like firmed gripped handle that you really seem to like. The person on the other side of the counter said, "It forms to your grip," but you don't really think that's truthful.
It's like those hairbrushes that have like a gel handle for some reason.
Yeah.
Because it's so important to have a
It just
good
has,
gel grip on your hairbrush.
But
That
it
has
does-
like glitter
Sorry.
inside
It
it.
just
Yeah.
needs to have a lovely
fine.
decorative piece on it. Whoever made it was a very, very
Yeah, I'll pay like the 5 extra gold or the 10 extra gold.
done, and they just give it to you immediately.
Ruby's gonna put
I'm just gonna
down
mark off
his
20 gold.
broken sword and like pull off the chainmail and be like, just keep this.
You can go over and
Yeah.
so we're gonna do that at a separate time.
Yeah.
Anyone else
I
like
just
do anything in this room?
ditch my old axe. I don't need a broken axe.
That body's still there, right? Or is it?
Yeah, Leolar.
I just do a quiet prayer to it before like putting it properly on the floor, so it's not awkwardly on the wall or whatever.
I mean, to be fair, I moved the body.
Oh yeah,
already,
you.
so
Yeah. Okay.
I would not have just dropped him.
Oh okay.
This belongs right here.
We were just like, done all we can. Ripperoni.
Is
You
this
will
a
be
situation where
remembered.
the houses are all like pressed in against each other?
Not this one.
So if we burn this house down, it won't hurt any other houses probably.
Maybe.
Broad daylight.
We
in
gotta
the middle
start
of the
burning
day.
things down.
Yeah, we can't do that.
You have to just try to do a controlled burn in the basement, or like
We'll tell your friend about it.
let the Tower of Mystics know, or maybe your organization.
I'm gonna send. I think my retainers are still chilling, so they're not here.
I somehow managed to get this totally stuck.
You could send Troll.
We will not forget you.
I'm gonna
Please.
tell.
Send them.
Yeah, how do we? What's the best way to send a letter in this place? I don't know.
I just found a courier and yelled at him.
I
Okay,
have his name
yeah.
somewhere.
Is there? Do I know about a courier around here?
We do know of a courier.
Yeah. His name is.
But the courier that was recommended and the one that I used were two different fellows.
Hmm.
So who knows what became of my letter actually. But
I'm gonna send Shoal to just go and find a courier and pen a quick letter in Goblin
Okay.
to be like, hey, this is some fucked up shit. Should probably
take a little look at that.
Okay.
still let
Send him off. No problem.
Besides picking up our outfits for the party and getting into the Goldies district, what else were we supposed to do today? Because this was supposed to be a quick morning stop by this place to see what's up, and then we got kind of tied up.
You know, just a quick aberration hunt on our way to
Yeah.
the party.
The Black Dragonborn courier's name is Alkazan or something.
Yeah, Alkazan.
Yeah.
And
We
we were
have
given
to-
an entirely different name, which was Melkazar.
Yeah.
We have to deliver those
urns.
Urns. Yep.
It's a simple enough task. And a necessary one.
I wouldn't have been able to wear my chainmail to the party anyways, as I was told, right? Will be able to wear leather?
Looks nice.
Huh?
Looks nice.
But I could wear it underneath the clothes, right?
Probably. In the same way that you wear a winter coat underneath a Halloween costume.
Look very
Are there? I guess what I know of like
You know, those
not-
buffed up,
Yeah, it
those,
looks
spells
really
to
buff.
communicate with
Superman,
someone over
like
great
those puffy
distances.
Superman costumes, like
Because that's a thing,
Big
right?
That is a thing, but like
Message.
Lake Reach.
Well,
Yeah.
now my armor class is something else.
Because I feel like broadcasting this thing is not a good idea, and I think the letter is more going to be like get in contact with.
As far as
One
from
of
what
us.
you know,
It's
you've only
13.
met one person, maybe
Okay.
any magical variants. Well, two people actually, and that was Death Chewer and Leolar. And
Yeah.
Leolar's
Well-
currently indisposed of being dead and all.
My question is
Viola,
more:
yeah, that's the
could
name.
someone from the tower communicate with us? Like, would they be able to use magic to talk to us so that we don't have to put any details in the letter?
Probably.
Okay. I'm not going to put any details about what's happening in the letter, just that as quick as possible get someone in the tower to get some higher up or whatever.
Okay.
If I know of anyone specific who can do that I trust, then I'll say them.
Okay.
Yeah, just use your magic to contact the two of us.
All right. Even with the letter, as far as it's going to go.
Oh yeah, the letter's going to take a
It's
while.
going to take probably like at the latest 5 days.
Yeah.
At the latest. But yeah, that's going super fast. Okay.
Do I get anything for my craft sword and chainmail?
You get
You get laughed at.
you get 3 gold and a whole lot of looks.
Yep.
Like a lot of like, how the hell did you do this? Like how?
Oh.
Did you throw it into an acid bath? Did you fish it out of the volcano?
Ruby is like really, really sad right now. He's like, I was saving up for
The letter is still written in Goblin.
like,
though.
I was saving up for new armor. Now I gotta buy.
We do a short rest over lunch.
Do you need money though? Are you okay?
No, he's fine. It's just
Okay.
I'm saving up for something that costs
Yeah.
like 15,000.
I mean, I didn't actually take
And
damage.
now I have to buy
doing those
My
another
ward
armor.
took damage.
I've been doing some research and I'm like, money.
So when you do a short rest, how much hit dice can I use?
Up to half.
No, you can use as many as you want, but a long rest restores up to half of your total.
Yeah, can I
So
just...
technically, you can do it 4 times if you wanted.
Can I just sleep the whole fucking day?
Yeah, you should. She kind of wants to sleep.
I can retrieve our clothes. Surely this is a task I could accomplish alone if you are all inclined to sleep.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
good.
fine.
I don't need a rest.
And we can go together.
I would like a rest.
So the
You're
rest...
just gonna sleep in the middle of the day.
Oh shit!
Yes,
Short
it is
rest
in
doesn't
the
have
middle
to
of the day.
literally
I
be a
have
nap.
10
You know
hit
what?
points
It
left.
could just be like a period of
They want to do a
downtime.
long rest.
We don't have time for a long
Yeah, you know what?
rest. I don't think.
No. Okay, that's okay.
Ew, it's still like not even noon.
Right?
Oh.
Like we did this immediately after breakfast.
Yeah.
We went
Yeah.
to investigate this place.
So, those of you who wish to rest could return.
I mean, I could use a
This area.
short rest, but I don't need a long rest.
Yeah, like if you want to just like find a cafe and take a short
Yeah,
rest.
let's just do
and-
short rest.
Do
Yeah.
a Starbucks break.
Yeah. Do your short rest at the Fantasy Starbucks.
Yeah.
The,
I'll think of a name. I will think of a fucking name. What have you done?
Witch's Brew.
Probably called Leverages Beverages.
Maybe we should
Wallet
go take a
socks,
short rest and
something
chat
like
with your
that,
friend. and
probably.
tell them
Leverage
about the
beverages.
and
scary
Ruby's gonna
bullshit
go
we
there and get a
found.
soy latte.
We only have almond because this is true fantasy.
Oh god.
The green tea, venti, matcha, whatever. 5 other names.
With whip.
Yeah.
Can you just like put some pixies in a blender and just
Make a unicorn
crushed ice,
frappuccino.
yeah.
A pixie frap.
Okay, guys, let's go for
All right.
Okay, yeah. But we do want that.
I'm down with
Okay.
it.
That was a digression.
So anyone who needs a long rest should go to the back to the tavern. I could use a short rest. I guess I don't need it, but spell slots.
I mean, you just need a short
My
rest,
most
right?
valuable
No, I have
ability
10 hit
turns
points
out
left.
Then let's
short
do a long
rest.
rest together, because
You
I actually
guys
need a
can
long
just take a
rest.
short
Yeah,
rest.
yeah. Okay.
Let's go have some
I
tea
also
with your
used
friend.
2 spell slots, so I only have 1
You've
left.
only just left
Okay.
him.
That's true.
So Aisha will go with Ruby to get
Anyway.
that long rest.
Are you coming, Edith?
Don't we have more wine to deliver? Or is that in the Goldies district?
I don't think we have more wine to deliver, but I don't.
I think we have to deliver wine to Van's dad,
Oh, Helkin.
who I think lives in the Goldies.
He
anyway.
does.
Where are we going?
He does.
I don't know.
So-
We'll find it out.
So we can't really fulfill those quests
Not
until
dressed
we
like that.
until we get to access to Goldies.
In which case, why don't we take a look at the urns and see where they're going?
Yeah, we could pretty much. Yeah, we could look into the urns. There's also Vale. It's hiding something under the city, and there's a fiend wandering around.
Oh, yeah.
I think we are in no shape to fight with a fiend.
No.
That long rest is good, though.
Long rest?
That long rest is good, though.
So back to the
They're gonna
spa.
go sleep. We're gonna.
All right.
Yeah, let's have a short rest at the spa.
No.
But we
Why
must
not?
be ready
Well-
for
Polish
the
your
party.
bones.
I think you misunderstand what happens if I divest myself of these in front of people.
Fine short rest.
To the taxidermist.
Yeah,
We'll
I guess
polish
we
you up
can.
real good.
How you guys are doing?
No.
I guess I'll go do the long rest with Team Nap.
Team nap!
Team nap.
Team
You guys just
nap!
woke
nap.
up and you guys
Already
have experience.
taking
Like,
a
let's go back to bed. This is
Oh.
a shit day.
Rest
It is a
doesn't
shit
necessarily
day.
have to entail sleep. It can just be like just
Just
watching
chill it. Yeah.
the fireplace for a few hours.
Sure, whatever, man.
Binge
you
watching,
do 8 hours, whatever you need to do.
All right.
Have a
8
cup
hours
of...
of resting.
Unicorn frappuccino from.
Okay, you two going?
I think we're still taking like a short rest
Yep.
of some kind. I don't know
Do your short
how that
rest.
was spent, but it's spent.
Let's just go get some tea somewhere.
You get tea. I get to just chill. It's like when you're too
Ruby's
broke
just
and you
so
go to
fucking
Starbucks with your
sad.
friend
All I
and your
wanted
friend
to
gets
get was
Starbucks
that
and you just sit
fucking
there with
nice,
them.
what armor was I going for
I
again?
don't
Plates.
don't exist to give you nice things.
No, but like I wanted playtime right now. I'm gonna be farther away from him. So sad.
Over our rest, we will be doing each other's makeup and trying to
Yeah.
prepare the acid damage
Yeah.
in preparation for the party.
Well, I did heal you, so at least the skin should be healed. Maybe
Yeah.
the fur, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
the-
brush it.
Oh, I want to do Lazarus makeup.
Well,
I used to say
when-
that loud. Shit.
I mean, no time. We have to. We'll have
Yeah,
time.
we
before the
have
party.
time. We have time.
We're gonna try.
Put
Rest for a
salve
bit,
on the
plan out our
burns.
day, and then probably try and find out where these urns have to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know who has the urns.
I don't have them.
I assume then, if no one else has them, I have them.
I only kept track of the wine. I'm pretty sure you took them.
Okay, so I have the urns. And there were 3 of them.
I do not have this anymore.
And I don't have my notes. I don't remember where these are supposed to go.
I don't
So, like, intelligence check to remember what the quest was.
Also, we've been recording for like an hour and a half. Can we take 5?
I mean, sure. Maybe we can take a 5 now if you want.
I mean, we're already taking a short rest, so it has a kind of narrative.
Sure, we can take a break. If you want.
Okay, quick break.
Yeah, okay, take a break.
Check
Take
on
a
the
break,
street.
break
time, guys.
break. Where did Marco go? Went away.
Smart with the Pete.
So,
Now my
Oh, your trumpet.
now my
Maybe-
AC
here's my
Whoa.
trumpet!
Okay, well maybe we should like get
Toot, toot.
someone do the thing.
We'll
And we're back. So after y'all decided to fight a whole bunch of puddins, but
I'm
They
not
decided to fight us.
well,
We didn't really have a choice.
yeah, I guess
Sure.
like a choice that's
we
not
didn't-
fully established isn't really a choice.
We didn't
Just
realize that
wanted
pudding was about to
to
happen.
leave
Yeah.
the thing
And then
there.
suddenly it was time for pudding.
And then suddenly it was.
Pudding time!
Yeah.
Suddenly it's time for pudding.
Mm.
Anyways,
Oh god. Sorry, knees.
that is it. I believe
my.
3 of you are going back to chill at the lodge
We shall prepare our war paint.
at Casaria Nam's house at the tavern.
I feel like Casaria Nam would have more makeup.
Yeah, I brought my brushes. I'm ready for this.
Ruby's ready for this.
Nothing
Yeah.
says nothing says makeup like a senile old man.
Isn't he an elf? Isn't he an elf?
Yeah, that doesn't change the fact that he's a senile old man.
Not all elves
His
are
makeup
created
is probably so
fancy.
old that it's like
Assuming
fossilized
he has ever
now.
worn makeup.
Probably just
Yeah.
dust.
Well,
It's
It's like
multicolored
those,
dust.
those, yeah.
We'll stop by the fantasy pharmacy on the way back and go to their health and beauty section and get some foundation that works for Knowles.
Oh god.
I'm like makeup has a shelf life, which I did not know.
Oh goodness.
It turns out that if you put expired makeup on, you turn hideous.
No, just
And then you
apparently
die.
it can
I know.
affect your skin. Or
I
something.
know.
How much?
Yeah, but I didn't.
How much money would sending that like getting someone to send a letter cost?
Oh, cheap. Like 5 silver.
I mean, I literally don't have 1 silver. I have 1
You
silver.
have 1 silver. You've no.
I have 18 copper.
I have so much gold. Do you want gold?
Yes, I want to send a letter.
How much do you want?
5 silver.
What's that equivalent to gold? Or copper.
50.
Great. It's yours.
Okay, I send a letter. The letter has been sent now.
Okay.
We have
Letter
hundreds
is
of
sent.
Okay.
You send Shoal off to find Oxzan in the Shandy's district. No problem.
See if he still has eyes.
Oh yeah, tell
Uh-huh.
us if he still has eyes. Oh god, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then we.
Shoal will ask him if he still has eyes.
All right.
And
No problem.
we go and pick up our costumes, our outfits.
Okay. As you go in to
You're with
Biff
me.
Daggers Cadavers Taverns, you can see everything there is pretty much the same. There's not a lot of change up. You can tell all these people are here day in and day out collecting a paycheck. You go up to Thornton's room. Thornton's room gives you all of the gowns, the formal attire, all of it. He gives it over to you, hands it over. You've already paid him.
Mm-hmm.
That's very, very handy. He's very, very cordial, very, very lovely. And he just kind of like just gives it to you. He goes, go.
Mm-hmm. Well done. And that's very simple.
Okay, and now he's working on like a large wooden shield that he found. That's about it.
Oh, what kind of natural? They like natural patterns. So what kind of natural element could I involve with my cloak if I wanted to do that? Because we probably talk about that.
I thought you already made your dress.
Because on my yeah, I can tweak it though.
Oh, before we go, which natural pattern is the best natural pattern? I don't understand any.
I'll just get directly. Well,
It's
I mean, we already got. I
strange.
already got his approval on what I'm wearing, so
Yep.
I don't really have
Sounds
to change
about
it
right.
after
Yeah,
that.
you
Actually.
two should just go on and.
It's
on an
definitely,
adventure
like,
with the two of you.
Great,
Some character
like
bonding.
I'm thinking like all white tuxedo with a sick, but with like the colored panels, the iridescent colored panels on the accents. The bow tie. The bow tie is also made of colored parts.
You are very concerned about
He's gonna
this.
go with a no.
What do you mean? Isn't that what? That's pretty much what I was gonna be wearing.
You're gonna wear a white tuxedo?
Why
To a suit? Yeah, do what you want.
Well, I'm trying to mimic the fancy clothing options that people have around here, just with my weird version.
Okay, do what you want.
Maybe I'll also, because if natural stuff is in, I'll arrange my whole... anything that's not in my clothes will be like a big cloak that's meant to look like owl feathers.
Cool.
Rad.
Okay, anything else?
All right. And
I think that's what I look like. Not quite a tuxedo, but like fantasy tuxedo. It's not literally like 1-to-1 what a tuxedo looks like now.
Yeah, yeah.
The one that
Victorian.
the fancy look that I got his approval on before already.
Yes.
shall we go back?
Deliver those urns. Did we do that?
We didn't.
Okay, we're gonna deliver those urns.
Assuming we have time.
Did you do an intelligence check before you go? What the names were?
I just did it. 18.
Okay.
I don't have mine for the first time ever, and I feel so naked.
That's just your hair.
Oh,
You
back
can just
of
tell
your
there's
neck is
like
unexposed.
kind of quick names immediately. You can just see them. They're almost etched onto the side of the urns. They're just given initials. You can tell one is actually two of them are Marin and Neri, as well as the other two are Beldrin and Gralgrim.
Beldrin and the last one is Galgrim.
Yep.
Okay. Because I have no memory of this, and I don't remember where they were supposed to go. Like to their families, I assume.
As you begin to run through the little bit of escorts, they don't seem like the first couple. You only see one that is particularly distraught, and they just as you hand their urn over, seems to be relatively done and over. They knew that they were missing for a couple of days. They didn't come back. One person openly wept in front of you. It was particularly awful.
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I mean, Lasker would definitely offer comfort. She could.
Aww.
You don't grow up in the wastes without being familiar with death.
Yeah. As you give them the urns, they very, very kindly manage to go over and they give you a little bit of gold. Not a lot. 1 gold each.
I give it back.
Yeah, we're not gonna make them pay us for this. I know we were
They seem very thankful.
deliver was supposed to be paid.
They
but
bow. They're very, 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 very thankful about it. As they close the door, some of them you can kind of hear silent weeps in the background. But they're very quiet. I'm very happy about it. That's about it.
Alright.
Quest completed.
We did it!
Okay.
Licensed. That's
True.
licensed.
That's true.
It's
No!
transformative. You
Oh,
can hum it.
Elias.
Oh, no.
It's fair use.
We're the
Oh.
grind
And
into a
like
bunch
that,
of
quest
urn
and queers
fetch
is over.
quests.
Bye, everyone.
I'm not
The
talking.
campaign
That's
is
our
just
budget.
going to be earned.
Sorry.
I was sitting it in my
in the
head,
urn.
and then he said,
Make
"Do
it
not laugh." And I was
over.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh no!"
Oh no. Okay.
They gave us a letter, and
I'm
we
not
delivered the
talking.
letter. And they gave us a jewel, and then we had to bring the jewels to someone.
What?
Fetch quest.
Oh.
It's gonna be one of those long string ones, I bet.
Anyway,
Alright.
do your characters have any more bonding?
You do happen to notice that all the people that were there were well off. They were pretty wealthy. Apart from that, yeah, that's all.
Okay. Oh, that's attended. Anything more?
I wonder if we should try to get a meeting with Vale and see if they want us to do anything.
I have
While
no
we're there.
business with them.
No, but we have business with Bardus. And Bardus would like us to find to be his inside source on Vale.
I have no interest in working for Bardus.
Well, I should the wrong person to talk to about that then.
Mm-hmm. These are not matters with which I can involve myself. So, shall we return?
Yeah.
Or I can go and you can pursue that.
You can go.
Very
Well,
well.
maybe I will click the dagger. Just see if Vale comes.
You click the dagger right in front of the house.
Well, as we're walking, I'm assuming it'll ping my location or whatever.
And I head back.
Yeah. I'll find like a
1-800 not my business.
a semi-secluded little like public park or whatever. I'm assuming that there's little like areas like that.
You need to wait for a while. Are you like awaiting him, or you just pinged it?
I'll wait for a little bit.
Okay. You need to wait for a while. You begin to see a familiar figure coming up from the southern side of the district, over to the road Shantytown. You can kind of see a familiar figure working through before, this kind of large human figure working through. You can see that these large tattoos kind of gold up and move towards his neck. And he's got this really, really nice armor almost, but it's kind of padded in this black fur on the sides inside of it, as well as its black iron kind of moves over. And as he goes and he walks up to you, he's like, yeah?
Well, you've instructed me to use this to get your attention if we're looking for more work, and as you may be aware, I don't remember if you wanted us to go to the party, but in any case, we're
What
going.
party? We didn't mention any party.
Well, we're going to one.
It's a concert.
In the Goldies. I don't know that. Can everyone intelligence check? Because I, as a player, don't remember anything about what this party is we're going to.
It's the debut of
Bard's
Sella.
son. It's a Bard's son.
Oh yeah, the
He's a famous
Bard's son. The
bard.
Bard's
Yeah.
son.
Family
Sella.
family
I was happy
bards.
for him. That. Sella.
Umbrella?
You know,
Umaril.
That-
Umril? Oh, I wanted to say Umaril. That's 2 Elder Scrolls. I was thinking about...
I wrote down Umbrella.
Everyone knows I'm in there now.
We're
Oh,
both not
wait.
about it.
It's Umsil, I believe. Umsil?
Yeah, I'm so.
Umsilsella?
I'm sure
It's a mouthful.
you're aware of this.
You don't have to pronounce everyone with their full names. You can just say Umbrella.
I actually only remembered the Sella bit.
This debut of this, the child of some famous bard.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we're going. this
Well, then I
evening.
imagine you can talk to him there then.
Well, we were wondering if there's anything you'd like us to accomplish while we're there.
Haven't got any word back from those urns.
Well, those have been delivered.
Alright. Well, it's gonna be a little bit of a shake-up later. I'm sure we can give you some work after that. As of right now, we have other things to attend to.
Fair enough.
As long as those urns have been delivered, I will see you at the party later tonight.
I'll wink and then walk away. A knowing. Not necessarily a sexual way, like a knowing.
Oh, you all, do you know Thieves Can't?
I know thieves wink.
Thieves Wink.
It's the
This guy
deadliest
like
of all.
taught it to him.
As I continue, he just moves over, rolls his eyes ever so slightly, and just continues walking through the district. He goes over to the Goldies district, walks past the guards,
Stay in touch.
waves at one of them, doesn't hear you. Goes through the doors open, doors close after him.
Alright, I'll meet up with everybody.
Okay.
I will look for Non. Where's she?
Non went back to Caesarian Nams.
Okay, then I also headed
She-
back there.
She's being quiet. You head back to Caesarian Nams. You kind of like go through the door. You notice the door is like half open. That's about it.
Unusual.
Wait, aren't we there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that where everybody met up?
Yeah,
Where
that's
we're
where we all
resting.
went
Yeah,
back,
we're resting.
So the door is open?
Yeah.
That's kind of unusual.
Drinking his tea, throwing peaches against the wall. You
Kazaria didn't throw any peaches.
know. No, it's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
So
Saw
you
Nan
know,
doing it earlier, and I
yeah,
wanted
just
to try it.
whipping some peaches.
Whipping peaches. It's very relaxing.
Can I make an investigation check to see if there's like any reason why that door should be open?
Sure.
I can whip a peach for hours.
That is a natural 20.
Wow.
Fucking face-off.
We're
joke.
planning a surprise party.
Fucking face-off recap show.
Anyway, that was a nat 20 on that investigation check.
It just seems as though somebody just went in. They just didn't close the door all the way. Might nothing too much, but as you begin to go inside, as you creak the door open, you can just see Nan like moving throughout the kitchen as she's just like trying to scrub the living shit out of the floor. She seems just like kind of hurried a little bit, and she's just trying to clean everything in the kitchen. As she moves some things over, she's like sweeping and mopping. She's just trying to stay busy as much as she can. Didn't even notice the door was open.
I will close the door in an inconspicuous way.
When you do a sleight of hand check to figure out how shy you are.
I mean, yeah, sure. It's a 5.
Oh my god.
As she goes over, she like
I am closing the door inconspicuously.
you look over to the side and you can see like Cassari and Nam like over again. And Zawana, as you just go like move over, as Nam is like washing up onto this floor, you can see there's like a group of pans right next to her, and the moment you just go against the door, you can just be like, ah! And she like takes a pound and she just throws it in your direction immediately.
I don't try to evade this.
I don't think you can with a natural 20.
Yeah, so definitely it hits me good.
Yeah.
So it's like an anime when it just hits you and it just stays there for
Yeah.
a second.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning.
Oh my god.
Now just goes like, boing! Sorry, I was like, she looks over and she's like,
why didst thou do that to me?
looks over and she's like, I'm sorry. She goes over and she moves over to the pan. She grabs it, and moves over, and she just continues cleaning the kitchen.
Art all right?
She looks over at you, and you can like kind of see the intensity in her eyes a little bit, and she's like,
No. All right.
I'm peachy.
Peachy. I kind of like look back over my shoulder. Let's throw some peaches?
I'm doing the next best thing. Clean living shit of this house.
All right.
Have a good time. She like moves over and you can just see her like take apart a counter. And as she goes forward, she goes over to the cabinet and you can see that she just goes. She just breaks it apart from the wall and just puts it down. She's like, I'm gonna get all these edges. And she just continues to just clean them down.
Maybe
You can do an insight check.
doesn't
Sure, I'll do one.
Maybe he really does
With
like this place
advantage.
being cleaned.
I mean, it's pretty obvious, but. Oh, another 20.
Oh wow! Holy crap!
She's
Wow.
pretty fucking distraught. She doesn't really know what to do with the information that she's given.
Okay, I will stick around for another extra minute. Let's talk.
She looks over at you for a minute, and she's like, I don't think anyone dead would be able to help in this matter.
I was alive for a time. Is there another
She's dead.
Is there another sponge nearby?
You can do.
I look for another
I
sponge.
don't think I'm there yet.
My passive perception is 20, but I roll
Oh
a
yeah,
1
because
looking
you went
for a.
inside fucking.
Because I took observant.
I
I'm
hate
sorry.
that. I hate that feat so fucking much. But as you go over, you can see like 3 over to the side, on the side right next to the sink.
Okay.
But she is between you and her. Like she is in the way.
Pass me a sponge.
No.
All right.
My
Is
sponges,
it-
I paid for them. You can see like Cassari, as you look over at Cassari and Amy, like he just goes immediately back. He's very old.
And he must have a lot of moments of like, did I see that or am I dreaming it?
Yeah.
Did I
So-
just stroke out there for a second?
There's no other cleaning supply nearby.
You can see a steel wool right next to the table.
I'll take that.
Apart from that,
I'm gonna help.
she looks at you and like she doesn't really say anything, but you get the sense that she does not really want to talk about anything.
That's okay. I'll just help her clean then.
About half an hour in, she gets to this point where she starts dismantling the kitchen, and the moment that everything's done, she gets to have this silent little moment, and as her eyes kind of race across the side of the kitchen, she realizes that she has nothing else left to do. And it's at that point you can kind of see just off a little bit of layers of her eyes, they slowly start to like peek up and swell ever so much. And it's at that point where she looks around for a second. She looks over at Kassari and Nam. She looks over at you. And she looks outside. Going for a walk,
Have I gotten back by this point?
probably.
Okay.
She's probably just going to walk right past you as you go outside.
About what time of day?
2 o'clock.
Be careful.
I'm gonna call after her. You don't want to have a duel, do you? Pass the time.
She just looks at you and she just, fuck you. And she just like walks right away. Walks right away.
So am I
She doesn't want
upstairs
a duel.
in the room?
She must be
just
really
chilling?
Sure,
upset.
you can decide where you
I
want.
go outside. I'm
Didn't want
like,
to talk either.
last makeup. Come on. We know what's going on downstairs. We're just like, come on, got brushes.
Aisha, who taught you to do this face paint?
My brother, my twin brother.
I thought this was more of a feminine custom.
He's very feminine. More feminine I am, and that is one quality I did like about him. Now he's at some
You're
major
not
college.
thinking just like, you know how sometimes it's like a stripe across the whole eyes,
Oh, I love those.
but that just like really crisp.
Okay. Oh, that's like so war paintish. It's
Like just, I'm thinking like perfectly straight
high
line.
fashion. Yeah.
And then like fade in, like fade down.
I just like, I've been waiting for someone to say that. I can totally do that.
So that's my cool fancy look.
And Ruby's gonna grab Egret's face back and be like, "Stay still." And makeup doesn't have to be feminine; it can be anyone.
It's gonna blow a bit, yeah. That's awesome.
Maybe like blood red lipstick too,
Okay, sure. Yeah.
but like black lip liner to make sure
Yeah.
it's.
We're doing that. Oh, that's
There's gotta be contrast.
Yeah, got contrast. Yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
blue right into like a greenish blue, or red right into a greenish blue might be a little jarring.
It's a little bonding moment we have. A little bonding
I'm
moment.
just watching
With the
all of this happen,
spellcasters,
just
yeah.
completely bewildered. Like,
Prestidigitation can't fix this, you know?
At
Let's
some
do
point,
that.
is there any like gold like face paint or anything around?
Syrian Am's place?
Do we have any? Do we have any gold?
Elves have weird
ish,
shit like
fancy, yeah.
maybe not this elf.
Yeah, I was just-
Anything like that?
Elf is recreationally napping. How often does that
I mean,
shit
so
happen?
did we.
Elves don't nap. Elves don't sleep.
Yeah, this
This
is my
guy's doing
target.
it.
Meditate. This is his idea of
Love
a
it.
good time.
We have lots of makeup, right?
Yeah.
Any sparkly
always-
ones?
really signified. Really, really.
Because
yeah.
it's if there's a
Surely
sparkly
Aisha has
one.
sparkly makeup.
I do have sparkly
Yeah.
makeup, yeah.
So at some point, Shoal's gonna see, pick that up and like put it down and like take Egret's paw and start like putting the sparklies all over your paw, and then like takes it
Yes.
and just puts it on his
Yes.
face.
Oh!
And now he's got a fucking sparkly version of the blood pop.
I love how that's a thing. I love that.
Ruby's going to like look at his face and just like turn it and just be like add like one or two little details. Be
Yeah.
like, perfect.
I will take the remainder of the gold glitter and smear it across my axe.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Accessorize.
Guys,
Yeah.
makeup is not cheap.
I'll go out back and throw some peaches.
Yeah.
Peach throwing contest.
Starting contest.
It really hurts when those pits
Everyone do
hit
a
you.
dex check for how far or hard they throw a peach.
Are you guys seriously going to do a peach throwing contest?
We're gonna try and hit a target.
I made a whole
Oh.
party. I made a whole party.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
This
a
is only
celebrate.
gonna take a few
Okay,
seconds.
yeah.
We're just
I
all
was
gonna...
I was only
Okay.
out there doing it, trying to
Okay,
understand
fine, let's
the
do a peach throwing contest.
trying to
Yay.
understand the appeal.
You are not
You
doing
guys are
I'm
trying to
finishing
understand the appeal.
I'm finishing your
How
hair
far
and
away
makeup.
are the
You can't move.
guards all walking up along the walls? How far away are they?
About 50 feet.
I'm gonna try and hit one. What am I rolling?
We're
like?
gonna get in trouble.
Attack roll, is that far enough for disadvantage?
Strength check at disadvantage.
Strength?
Yeah.
Not dex to see
No.
how accurate?
It's strength.
Alright, well that's
It's
not gonna
gotta
go
get
good.
there.
It's a 7.
Yeah, you probably make it up 30 feet and then 2 more feet before it just goes when it bounces off the wall and falls back.
I
Bet
just,
none of you can hit that guy.
18.
I toss the peach in my hand up and
Since
down.
you go over and you throw it at disadvantage?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's too far for Peach. That's above the minimum
Oh
range
yeah.
for Peach.
That's a 7.
No. Goes up, it maybe hits at about like 25, 26 feet. I don't know.
I'm just kind of bouncing the peach in my hand. I look down at the peach. I look up at the guard. I look down at the peach. I look up at the guard. And anyone can insight check me to see what I'm thinking.
I'll insight check you.
I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm totally watching.
No, I roll a 1.
Oh my god! Holy shit, that's like 18 plus 1, 19.
Okay, so I guess you would know that I'm thinking about whether or not I should do this.
Do it! Sorry, we're out the window. Do it!
As it goes down, one of the guards from
Bonding
above
moment.
like looks down directly at what you guys
Now.
are doing.
Shit!
I crush the
it.
peach into my face.
Oh my god.
Looks
Like,
over,
into
you
the
can kind of
mask.
see like his face underneath the helmet just goes from
I'm
like
just-
goes from the normal as like
I'm just I'm rubbing the peach into my mask like.
I'm just like, well, what do you do for fun?
looks up at you, no words. He just goes.
That's what I thought.
And just like keeps on walking away.
I don't know why I did that.
You're gonna get flies.
Would not be the first time. I kind of, I almost reach up to pull the mask off, and then I remember we're outside, and I don't do that. But I still have like peach juice, like all down in front of my mask.
I'll prestidigitate to clean your mask.
Ah, thank you.
Party?
Party? What is the time?
It's around like probably 3.
I am not dressed.
Well, let's get dressed.
Let's all get dressed. Let's do it.
It's at around 8. So.
Oh.
Yeah, we have so
5
much
hours.
time.
It's like another battle of puddings. I'm joking. No.
We have so much time.
No battles.
But I will at least try on my outfit to make sure there are no problems.
Oh yeah, did you get like weird like theater padding to make it look like you have like muscle?
Oh yeah.
Like, it has to be padded because
Oh, guys.
I can't just
What up?
Like a He-Man costume.
Okay, so
not quite so He-Man.
Egrith ordered the tartan.
Yes.
Yeah.
What color is it, by the way?
I want to say it's green like this. It's a green and black tartan.
It's turned in natural.
There's some red in there for the blood maw.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Thortrum made it look really good.
Yeah, no, it has far more bells and whistles than your regular Scottish tartan. It's got like dangly bits of jewelry and like a really elaborate what are those front pockets called? There's a
Fanny
like,
pack?
No, there's
No, there's a
there's
specific
when you wear a
pocket
kilt,
when you
there's
wear a
like
kilt.
this little pouch.
Oh, that
you
little
wear
pouch
with
thing,
the-
Isn't
yeah.
it called like a sporn or something?
That
Yeah.
sounds
Something
right.
really
it
gross.
has a
Yeah, what
super
I said was
elaborate one of
grosser.
those.
It has like a little floof right here, I imagine, of like.
Oh no, she has the hat with the pom pom.
A hat?
Oh.
Okay, I'll draw that. God, my voice. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I'll draw that.
Hat with pom pom.
I'll trade this image for cigarettes.
And a very nice holster for her axe. She just wears it on her hip. No shield. What else? I wanted to say like she would have wanted to incorporate flowers, but that might not be rich enough. So I guess it would just leave it to Ruby to do the makeup.
You're gonna be gorgeous.
I have also
Ruby just
incorporated
whispers this the whole
because my short swords are very fancy. They're kind of more like small swords, like little, like a rapier but shorter, and they're really fancy. So I have those prominently displayed
Okay.
to look all cool.
I have a mask which fits nicely over the mask that I usually wear.
A mask.
A mask mask.
Masks.
Yeah. It just kind of attaches to it, I guess. And it's like a golden sun. Because that's cool. And I've traded out a lot of the black for just some really nice white.
Are you wearing like robes or cloth or something?
Yeah.
Like why are you padded?
Yeah. So it's like
Tell
layered.
us about those.
I
What do those
don't-
look like?
Ooh, just grilling me now, man. But it has like many heavy layers, like really huge sleeves, so that way it doesn't give away, you know, how well and truly emaciated I am.
As
being a
much as one
skeleton.
possibly can be.
So it's very billowy. Yeah. What are you wearing?
Oh shoot. I drew this real quick, but it's like
Describe.
it's like a dress that goes to the back and it's like made out of feathers and it has like gold butterflies all around. It's like fake gold butterflies.
It's too blown out.
Autofocus is turned off.
Yeah,
No,
it's not going to work.
Describe
Yeah,
it
it's
for our.
Okay,
our
yeah, so it's like
listeners.
Oh, there you go.
there we go.
Hold it at an angle, you can
It's got like a
kinda
lot
see.
of feathers around the collar and the sides, and it has like a bit of like butterflies, like fake butterflies, like sticking everywhere. It's all black feathery dress, whatever, because night shadow. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, I forgot a thing. I forgot a detail. So I have like this cool like cloak on, and it has like vines all. Vine patterns. Because they were like natural patterns, and I'm like, trees, vines, forest.
Like embroidered.
I like them. Yeah. With like a slightly like a glossier thread.
This is sort of like a stripe. They said stripes were in.
Your turn, Ruby.
So Ruby is wearing a high collared shirt that has like the little, I don't know what that little puff is called.
Cravat.
Yeah, a cravat.
Oh,
And there's a vest, and it is a deep blue with these beautiful intricate rose patterns in it. And then on top of that is like a double layered kind of shawl that covers his arms, and then the second one goes down his back and almost goes to his tail. He's wearing nice tight pants and boot covers that with buttons up the side, and he has very, very intricate, his makeup is very intricate extra scales that he layered on top of his brow and over his cheek that are a golden color. And then he also dashed on blue mascara below and above his eyes and up towards his horns. There's also like a bit of a covering onto his horns. He has an earring with a closed rose clipped onto his fin ear, and his fake lashes are black and they extend out to blue.
Ooh.
And
You
what
look great.
Yeah.
what kind of outfit did you give us for Shoal?
Ooh, yes, but shows
It'd be
kids'
like,
costume.
oh, it'd be like a children's like sailor costume with curls.
Oh my god, that's hilarious!
The children's
He's
sizes.
got like a doublet,
Yeah.
a doublet with pantaloons
Oh god.
Can I hold his
and like
hand?
buckled shoes.
That's so cute.
Is this what he gave us for Shoal?
I hope so.
It is now.
Oh my god. I just want to give him a little
It's got the
wooden
wig.
sword. Hold on, like here's a wooden
And
sword.
a big golden paw print on its face.
Oh.
It's like the villain from Cats Can't Dance.
Yes.
He looks like Darla Dimple. I love it.
I'm googling it.
That's the. Oh
Just so
yeah,
we know.
you're gonna.
Oh,
love
yeah,
this.
Just look
I
up like
think I know.
Victorian
I think I've seen
child
the movie.
sailor outfit.
Victorian. No, I don't want that
Darla
on anybody's
Dimple.
saving list. Victorian
Yeah,
child
she's-
pirate sailor outfit.
I mean, not quite.
I mean, she
That's
also
not
she has a
possible.
really nice like
It's adorable.
fur jacket though.
Made of
Oh,
cats.
She's
wait, what is the
butter.
berries and
Oof.
cream boy?
Okay, so let's move forward.
All right, so now that we are all ready, I guess we just wait it out until it's nighttime.
You can kind of see before they
Strut our stuff on the streets.
before they come back. You kind of as the sun begins to dip a little bit further, you can see someone walking in through the front. It's Nan, and she begins to walk through the front. She's got like this large black kind of gown she has underneath her arm, and she's like, "I'm going to go change." And she moves upstairs and goes to a separate room and closes the door.
We have a moody teenager team.
I am not moody.
You don't understand me. Sorry. Just.
I mean, everyone's a moody teenager to me.
About half an hour goes by, and then you start to hear a creak from the door. And as that begins to happen, she's kind of in this black gown that kind of moves all the way down and kind of curves upwards in certain parts. Her shoulders have been like these almost bright platinum spikes that have been arched over to the side that kind of increase her width.
Ooh.
And they seem to sparkle almost when a little bit of light hits them. They dance between like red and purple as they move across. And her nails are painted and pointed almost into like these silverish claws. With a little bit of like jewels and silvery that goes over. And she just pretty much looks pristine. Like,
How's her hair?
Yeah, I
What's
just
her
cut
hair
the
like?
hair.
combed straight down.
Yes.
That's nice.
I'm gay.
Your bones.
No,
Oh,
out of
okay.
character.
No, like out of character.
Out of character. I'm like, I'm gay.
Oh yeah. In character, I'm like, oh yes, but
And
Ruby's
in
like,
character,
I
I'm
don't
like,
get
that's
it.
my daughter. Stay away from her.
Totally makes
Ruby,
it
though,
hotter,
like a
doesn't it?
Monster
gentleman,
has
is
grabbed
going to
whoever
offer
is
some to
closest to
escort
her.
like properly.
She looks down. She looks down at you, and as she looks down at your arm, she's like, "The fuck is that to me? I can walk by myself." And she just goes forward. She like picks up her gown, walks down the stairs, and waits near the door.
Ruby's like,
I'm bringing along some of the orc wine. I'm just gonna drink all that wine. I hope it wasn't supposed to go anywhere.
I know. I didn't want to ask this, but is anybody pre-gaming?
I cannot pregame. My life is a horrible tragedy. My unlife, I should say.
I mean, I will if anyone else is. No.
I mean, I'm gonna go ham at the party. Hobgoblins don't.
All right.
They
I'm just
party
gonna smuggle
hard.
in this bottle of wine.
I expect only the best type of wine there.
Who has the invitation?
I do.
Okay.
I have one invitation. Something we did not consider.
It says that and other guests.
yeah,
Yeah, you and your party.
that's usually how.
Cool.
It go.
Like, there's probably reasonable stuff. Like, don't bring 20 people, but like, bring enough.
It is also a little crumpled
Yeah.
because I crunched it in my hand.
Right,
Oh yeah, I
right,
forgot about that.
It's okay. I have an explanation.
Do you?
Yes. I shall blame it on my excitement.
So as you guys begin to walk through the district, and in your formal attire, you can see some people like beginning to move over to the side of you as they begin to like either gravitate towards the left or right. And you begin to walk forward onto the gates. You can see the guards that are currently present, and they're still standing there. And the moment they take a look at Nan takes a look at them, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm getting through." And then one of them just goes, "I don't know who," and she's like, "Nope." And she like snaps her fingers. The moment the guy just goes, "Yep, open up the gates."
Oh,
And just goes,
wow.
Yeah, we should have just stuck with Nan when we got to
Yeah,
the city.
just
and she just walks through, and you can see one of the guards goes, "Who the fuck is she?" And she looks up for a second, and they look down for a couple of minutes.
There we go.
As you guys begin to come through,
Yeah.
That's so cute. That's so
sorry.
The best part is you're gonna be able to hear yourself do that.
Oh my
And I want to be in the room when that happens.
I can turn up the gay. It gets bad if I want to.
It's perfect.
But as you begin to open up, it kind of turns to this immaculate streets. No litter, no garbage, no nothing. Lined up with perfect cobblestone. The mixtures seem to be, the buildings seem to be a mixture of residential and storefronts. Some of them beautifully made flower boxes that are off in the present, beautifully made wood-burnt signs. Everything seemingly is symmetrical. You can see a large fountain that kind of stretches, like a 30-foot long fountain that stretches forward, sparkling the most pristine water you've seen in a while. Crystals coming up, large bits of flower pots. You can see some ambient music that's playing. You can see about 3 musicians playing near the front of the lawn. It kind of mixes out perfectly, and as you look to the left, you can see this large, almost spiked lakeshore that moves up, and it kind of descends almost into a beach, heavily protected by spikes that point out into the ocean, but nevertheless a beautiful view. And these almost tanned colors, a mixture of like tan, cream, and green, have kind of like moved out. And as you look up for a second, you can see the sun just fading into the distance, creating these big speckles of blue and orange. It kind of spans out this large city. You can see birds leaping from tree to tree, squirrels, everything. It's legit beautiful. As you guys begin to walk forward, you can see a whole bunch of people in fancier dress, and they even take a look at you all just for a second. Before you can see like one of them like mutter to another friend and just continue walking by.
Insight. Do they like us?
Very pretty.
I don't know.
Wait, I was looking at the same thing too.
13.
14.
2 people can make an insight check. Not everyone has to make a check when I
No,
say
no,
yeah, yeah.
I want Ruby to know if everyone thinks she's beautiful.
What was yours?
I got 14. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, more or less a compliment. I didn't say it out loud, but it was more or less like, shit.
better than fucking rubes.
Don't like us.
Well enough.
I stop, hand on my hip, and I just like pose right at
They have
Power
like blocks
pose.
already by.
Well, I pose at whoever's looking.
You are posing to an empty street. You can see like musicians over the other side, and a musician just like gives you like a silent nod as they play like.
I do like one of these.
You know what? I stop and I applaud you. I'm like, you know what? You're
Squad.
pretty no matter what. I love you. You're pretty. Also, that makeup.
Yeah, you
can see
did
a lot
it.
I know.
Armed guards that are present there, like almost one on every street corner. This place is tight. This place is very well secured. It's very beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but surveyed constantly and consistently.
Alright. And we head to where the party's at.
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone give me a knowledge history check to figure out where the Celestine is?
I guess I should probably.
Ruby
Do I
is
get
already on
advantage?
that.
Yes, because you're a city watcher.
Nat
Yeah.
20! Another nat
Oh my
20!
Roll
Holy
20
Oh my
again.
god, isn't that 20?
Like, I wish we had
Unless
that
you want to
camera.
give me
16.
disadvantage
Yeah.
because I don't know
I'm
what it's
like-
like here.
16.
You know exactly where it is, but
Yeah.
you're kind of impressed almost
Yeah.
that as you begin to like filter out from the sounds and the sight of the Goldies district. You've only been here a little while. You weren't really
Yeah.
stationed here when you were here.
Mm-hmm.
But as you begin to look forward, you can be like, oh, I know exactly where the cell would be. The cell would be just off the side of the Goldies district because you saw the tower just apart from the apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Finn's at. Team!
We'll find,
Let's go.
we'll find our boy.
We have to
There's
beat
only,
Sky Lake
there's only a
first.
couple towers.
Yeah.
There's only two that are over
Yeah, we had our rest.
One of
We
them
can
was
go
that-
all night.
One of them was the cell, and as you begin to go over, you move towards. But you're kind of
Like,
impressed as what you
concert
thought
can't
you
take
were
more than a
leading the
couple
group.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
Losgra just goes, by pure instinct, is managing to find the sight and the sounds a lot quicker than you, and
Yeah.
where you thought you were trying to retrace your steps
Yeah.
towards the cell manor.
Like,
Losgra's just like, yeah, no, got this. And like Losgra just like sees two people up ahead and just
Finds a
trails them
shortcut.
for a minute. And as you guys begin to trail them, you find like this large manor in front. You can see a large bit of lights and sounds coming from the window. This humongous gated fence, a humongous almost maze over to the left, a large door that kind of reaches over, guarded by 3 guards in the front.
What is the purpose?
You can see
of this
multiple
large
windows in the
building?
second floor lit with candles, a balcony on the
Showing off.
third on the right side that kind of launches over. You can see some people talking and drinking wine on the
Why is
side.
the grass cut so
Uh,
short?
You can see a large orchard right next to the backyard, like smelling of apples and peaches. Yeah. Well, the inside is the inside you can tell even from sitting outside, it's lavish. Like these are beautiful curtains. These are beautiful things. Rich people live here.
Gross.
Wait, we didn't
As we're gonna go
describe our
through-
hair. What do we all do with our hair?
The two
How many families
the two
live in
people.
this house?
Hey, talking.
Breaks.
The two people that Losgar managed to trail in, they just kind of go over to the guards. They give their invitation. The guards like nod them very, very quickly. One of the guards nods them. Both the guards adjacent to both the doors nod entirely over, and they are let in. You can kind of hear like this beautiful music just off to the side, a mixture of like violin and bass. It's beautiful.
Ready?
Let's get into like a V formation. And since I'll be up front, so then we're going, and I'll.
I pass you the invitation then. I have no interest in this.
Can I stand next to you, Baz?
I mean, you did my makeup,
no,
so you,
we'll be behind
V
the V
formation.
form. Yeah.
You'll be on one side, she'll
Yeah,
be on
one
the
side,
other
yeah.
side.
Shouldn't our friend
Mm.
go forward first?
Well,
'Cause
she doesn't have to be
Yeah.
part of our V formation. If she's gonna get it on her own accord.
Why the fuck do we need to do a V formation?
strategy.
Yeah, we just look.
Because-
It is presence right there. We walk in and people just, what is going on? Just want to make it.
They wish to make an impression.
Yeah.
Catch our enemy by surprise.
She looks over. She looks incredibly confused by all of you
We're
guys.
just going to make sure that they behold all of us
At once. Yeah.
as we enter.
You realize like you can't.
Whatever, do your own thing. If you're gonna be so judgmental about it,
I will walk with you.
You're not gonna win this
well,
game.
have fun.
There's people here who are dressed way better than I am.
I don't care.
Ruby's just kind of like, I don't know what's going on.
Somebody always looks better than someone else in the party.
Anyway, I'm gonna hand over the invitation, but someone will always look better, but no one else is gonna do this. And I give the invitation, and I walk in. I'm walking a little bit in slow motion.
Are you guys tracing? Are you guys like following them?
I'm walking with Non.
I'm avoiding these
like,
weirdos.
And I give like a finger gun to whoever's playing the music as I enter.
And no, as you go through the guards, one of them looks over, and as they look you up and down.
Oh my god.
Got any weapons? Just your short swords?
Mm-hmm.
Look down like. Oh. So this is just your one invitation then?
Yes.
It's for
These are my companions.
You can see as Nan just walks up and she just like, hey, and she's like, and he goes up inside, he's like, Nan! She's like, and she just try to like maneuvers around him as two of the guards like look over at each other for a second. They begin to bow and she's like, fuck you. And she just like walks through entirely. And she just like walks through in the party. Does not care.
My goodness.
Well, I walk in slow motion, and
You manage to go in, the rest of you are like, as they begin to scan, they're like, one at a time. Your name?
First Protector Lasgra, third Ed of the Tower Mystics.
Lasgra.
Third Ed of the Tower
No,
Mystics.
surname as well.
I don't. That's not really how we do things.
Goblins do not have them.
First Protector Lasgra. Daughter of Kalgra. I suppose that counts as a surname.
Lasgra Calgra?
Close enough.
Uncultured.
We have hobgoblins here that are named with two names. My apologies.
City goblins.
One of them isn't actually.
Well. Who's that?
Clan names.
You bring it up with Naldrag when you see him inside.
Of the tower? That would be what qualifies for a clan name.
Whatever, you're good. Next person?
Egrith Bloodmaw.
He takes a good look at you up and down. He's like, oh, it's not very common. Alright. Battle Axe will have to go.
No.
This is
That's not happening.
This is Egrith Bloodmaw. She's an envoy from the Bloodmaw. I mean,
We have many envoys, none of them come with battle axes.
well, look at this thing.
You're right. It's suddenly not sharp because I looked at it.
It fits the attire though.
It's actually fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy's not the problem.
It's part of the.
Lethality is the problem.
You want to see how lethal my blade is?
Oh, no.
I
Roll one on purpose.
Disadvantage.
Roll one.
He's with two other guards that are there.
What was it? Intimidation.
Aisha steps back a little bit.
All right, let's see if I can do.
Oh, not
Oof.
one.
You drop it.
Can I try to charm this guy?
Well, this is with Blood Mob.
Okay.
Let's see
he
this
just
happen.
goes,
It's an aesthetic choice. Do you really
good aesthetics don't require a battle axe.
look at this warrior? That she is no less lethal unarmed than she is armed.
You forget though, then you should have no problem giving me the battle axe.
But then what's the? You know what? Like I said, uncultured.
This is a party. People get drunk.
I just
Battle axe.
stare.
I rest assured it will be returned. Battle axe, please.
Can I try to charm or persuade
I
this
was-
person?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you have to talk about how
Yeah,
you're going to
no.
do that.
So I just like I kind of go up to him. I'm like, oh, hello. I'm Rubalux the Red. Charmed to meet you. Takes your guy takes his hand, and tries to charm him. I guess 13 plus. What? So would it be?
It's plus your charisma
Persuasion?
modifier.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's your. In order to charm him.
Yeah.
Like that's a status effect given by a spell.
Oh no, I'm just
Like to be
charming.
Like to make him.
Okay,
like
that's
be.
not.
Oh,
That's not a.
That's
Yeah.
very
Oh, I thought
different.
it was
That is
okay.
very different. You're using a persuasion check.
Yeah, persuasion. All right, so that is a 17.
What's up, you? He's like, you know what? You make it. No, battle axe still
Yeah.
exists.
I have a long sword, and I take it out, like scabbard and all. You can have it.
Okay.
Like that. Just like they came over to me immediately and I tie up the longsword and they're like, your number is 201. Just say that right next to the vestibule. And somebody will be out managing to get out and you get it. He hands it over to the guards. The guards like put it down to the ground. Belax?
I just drop it on the ground.
I
and
was gonna.
walk
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
He picks it up immediately. Does a little cordial bow. Bows at you. Bows at you.
I'm just gone.
And
No, I was gonna do something for you.
you both
I was gonna help you
are
out.
allowed to go. You're allowed to go. He's like, oh, sorry, excuse me.
Mm.
Your name, please.
I have not said it.
Exactly.
My name is Ilum.
Ilum.
Ilum Gladsong.
Thank you. Deception check, please.
I'm not really lying.
Oh, never mind then.
I mean, it's half a lie. The first name's not the same. So do I still?
Glad song.
With
I gotta
advantage.
just write this song
Deception check
down.
with advantage.
It's half true.
Fuck.
Let's see. That's 14.
Whatever. He's like, right. That's no problem. Thank you. Who's next?
I lost. I'm here.
Hello.
Wait, is your battle axe on the? You gave it.
Yeah, the
Okay,
butler's
it's okay.
Your
there.
number is 202, by the way.
Okay.
Yes. Name.
Naisha. Night Shadow.
Night Shadow. Oh. Alright.
I have no weapons.
That is completely and totally unnecessary. I don't get bad too. It's fine. But thank you very much. For the show
Yeah.
of
No
respect.
worries. I have no
That's
no weapons
Weapons?
or anything. Yeah, just this little stick thing. This little stick.
Why would you
Oh, it's oh sh.
come here?
Oh, it's part of my attire. It's part of my attire. It's okay.
That's the
It's all right.
cutest thing.
Oh no.
Is it?
Yeah.
So when I said weapons and you put up that stick thing,
It cannot hurt to
what-
fly.
were you being sarcastic?
Watch this. I take it from Aisha and I poke him with it and it does
See,
nothing.
look. Child's toy.
It's good. It's a weapon, is it?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh wait, no. Jeez.
Okay.
She's
You're
not
just watching this all fall apart behind me.
Can I go in yet?
15.
He goes through and he's like, he just takes it before you get to poke it again. He's like, seems fair enough. There's Night Shadow. Oh, thank you very much. Nice to see another Night Shadow in Lake Reach.
Whoa.
I have realized I have a flail and 2 hand axes in my
We left those at the.
Yeah, we would have left our non-essential
Yeah.
I was
inventory.
like, what happens to those?
Left them with the little boys and
Did we leave those?
the pack
We
beetle.
didn't say we left them.
The pack beetle we have
Say
not
it.
mentioned. Since we've only mentioned once.
So do I still have those or what?
You flat out gave a weapon.
I'm assuming that all of the stuff that we haven't specifically said we're bringing is gonna
Yeah,
stay.
that's right. That's right. That's totally right.
It'll be with the pack beetle.
Yep.
But
But you were the only one that was there that just went. That's right. That's all he needed. So
So I retain.
yes,
Oh,
please.
yeah, you're lost.
Rubalux the Red.
All right. Looks the red. Last name?
Don't really have one.
The red.
The Red.
The well red.
You're gonna be Rubalux the red now.
The
All
right. Weapons?
Just my cutlass. May I keep it on my person? It's part of the attire.
Do you just simultaneously lie and persuade?
Not really.
It's not a
because
lie. It is part.
I don't know if
It is
looks
part of it.
nice.
He's weird because I was told you're allowed small weapons like this.
Yeah, but you need to get through this guy first.
Yeah. But I'm not lying. It's part of it.
Okay, then you need to give me a persuasion.
Alright.
You didn't give him a last name, and you're walking in with a color.
How is that not a lot?
But not
The
everyone.
red?
Yeah.
If I was
Some people's
if I
title
was
is their
Brett
thing.
the Bold, would you trust the Bold to be my last name?
14.
And at any rate, this guy doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
Totally reasonable stuff. This guy sucks.
Dark.
No!
He's called this decorative?
Is it decorative? I don't even know.
Is it your cutlass or did it come with a
No,
costume?
it was given to me.
It was from the Other Adventure.
Oh yeah, that cutlass.
Yeah.
That cutlass is like real sharp. It's real sharp.
No, but like, is it designed? I would even know. I was just given to me.
Is it decorative?
It does look good, right?
It does look
Yeah,
good,
it does.
doesn't it?
It looks fucking pristine. Oh,
Look
I-
at it.
I go. From looks
course, look
decorative
at
to
it.
me. Hast thou eyes?
I've never used it. I'm not lying.
That's true.
Is
That's
it decorative?
I've never. I was like, well, yes, I've never used it.
Tis true. We've been
Deception
traveling.
check with advantage.
Deception.
That's
with it.
technically not.
No, because I've
I mean,
never ever
it
used
is-
this weapon.
Never
Yeah,
used it.
but-
That's not a lie. But
It's one
Nice.
for
it's sharp.
With advantage, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a 19 plus 4, so 23.
He was there and he's like, it's a very nice decorative sword.
Ah, so he doth have eyes for the moment.
Every so often, a broken clock gets things right twice a day.
Truly.
Every so often.
Honestly, it depends on the watchmaker.
Oh, indeed.
Is that everybody?
Yes.
It's been processed.
And Shoal's like completely on.
I immediately scan the walls and the perimeter, looking for anything I can
As
use
you
as
guys
a
are
weapon.
immediately allowed in, you can see a person from the other side that begins to bellow your name the moment that you guys are allowed into the
Hell
room.
yeah.
Allowed into the room.
Oh my god.
I walk
And
in
as all of
slow
you go
motion.
in, all of you
I
have
should
no
have
problem.
lied.
You actually,
I
you
give
actually lost.
whoever's making the music, I wink at them and give a finger gun to
I'm
try
gonna-
and signal them to play us an
gonna
intro music.
describe this thing.
I
Here we
know.
go.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to get us some hype music.
As this begins to go through, you can see kind of a large mixture of a lavish inside. It's kind of a mixture of like reds and golds as it begins to line around from the back, like very, very lavish things. You can see some different servants handing around with large plates, handing around like different shot glasses, different beverages, different foods that are kind of lined across the back. You can hear this large, bit of like playing in the background, this large concert, very, very elegant, lovely music. A lot of them are focused on violins, string work. You can see one person playing the flute. And as it begins to go forward, you all begin to scan. As one of them begins to go off your names, and one of them goes, Luzgra Cowgra! Everyone else's names, apart from yours.
Oh, fuck. I should have lied.
In the moment that one of them goes through, you begin to scan the room, and you can see it's about an equal mixture of elves, humans, dwarves, and about 2 or 3 hobgoblins. And as you begin to look up, there's a big hole in the gallery that kind of leads up to the second story railings. And as one of them looks down, you can see a reddish, kind of brown hobgoblin that's just kind of put over to the side. They're kind of balding with black hair, and you can tell they got like large hazel eyes. As they look down at you for a second, and you can tell like this large purple cloak that kind of hangs down, as well as 3 retainers that are headed by them, and they take a look at you for a minute, railing off the bar. You also notice a large gnoll making their way towards the front.
Have we seen them before?
No, I'm gonna get to them right after I do this. So, how that happens, the moment they go, Rubalux the Red! And you can see immediately as you begin to walk in, you can see one very familiar guard all the way across the room. Elgig Bulag.
Oh.
Room, and his hand is like put over his pommel of his sword, very relaxed as he looks over for a minute. And as he scans the room, the moment he sees Rubalux the Red, he like darts over immediately towards you with his entire focus. And as he looks up at you for a minute, and he's like,
Do I see him looking at me?
yeah.
I go,
It goes like full on eye contact, and he just looks at the rest of the party, and he's like, and it continues to move. As one large figure kind of moves their way through the crowd, it's kind of like this brownish, blackish fur that seemingly just goes right over the rest. And as it descends over, it kind of moves to form up into a large gnoll figure, standing about 6'9", and as it begins to walk over these large, wide shoulders, you can kind of see the beginning of a maw that begins to form, almost like a hair-lip scar, but it continues all the way down their face to the side, showing parts of their teeth in the front, as well as parts of the teeth in the bottom. Just from the simple scar itself has been pulled over. You can kind of tell it's been pushed over to this large, elegant attire, almost human-like, but it's been fitted to kind of... it's been fitted to fit the gnoll, elegantly and stylishly. You can see a large silver sword painted on the side of their armor. And as they begin to move over, you can see this tiny little gnome that's present onto the side.
Where's Nan?
Pardon?
Where's Nan right now?
Let me get to this.
Okay. I'm so concerned.
You can see like they're not more than 20. They're dressed in very high-class clothes. You can see a tiny little family crest that's been put in. It's kind of bright hazel eyes. If you look over, you can see like little almost irritations around the eyebrows almost like severe acne or something like that. Going over the eyebrows, and as he begins to like go over, he like shakes people's hands. And that's when the gnoll kind of looks over, and the gnoll makes eye contact with you immediately, and then looks down at the gnome, like says a few couple words and whispers in, and then just goes. And as they begin to walk past you, you can see the gnome go over to you, and Nan is right next to the side, and he's like, "Oh, hello. I don't actually know any of you. My apologies." And he just kind of like immediately bows their friends, like, "Maybe my father maybe invited you. I'm sorry, I don't know any of your names. My name is Umril Soa. It's nice to meet you all." And he just extends his hand. He's like, I will be playing tonight."
Oh.
And I forget, he's a gnome?
Yeah, he's a gnome.
I will nod.
Yes, I will bow to the host.
I will
I also
bow,
nod.
and I will...
I say, best of luck. We're looking forward to everything.
Is there like a gnome specific like equivalent to break a leg?
None that you would know.
What about a speaker of gnome? Would a speaker?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, Shoal tells him to break a leg in gnome.
As the gnome just looks over, the gnome looks over to see Shoal and also shaking his hand like, thank you. That's very kind of you.
I want to use really quick, because I know we're looking for a gnome. I want to use Divine Sense.
Divine Sense?
Yes.
But you're
How far
trying to
does that
feel
go?
for like fiends or undead. 60 feet.
Is it? Yes. But does it?
I need to do some very
Which one
specific
is
thing.
Is that the one that lets me know if people
It's
are
just
evil?
nicely
Or is that
ended.
different?
Which
No,
one? Sorry,
you don't
what
have
is it?
that. Divine Sense allows you to detect like fiends, undead, and aberrations or something like that. Within
How
Okay.
much
60
of
feet.
range?
60 feet.
6 feet? You can feel a couple.
A couple,
Yeah.
but it's not the
Within
person in front of me.
Within 60 feet, you
You
can
can't
feel like
discern their identity with Divine Sense.
you can feel like you can feel like some energy near him, but like not a lot.
Okay.
As it goes over and it peers over to the rest of the crowd that are seemingly dancing behind you, it's like a huge mixture. Like maybe as you begin to look out and you begin to feel out forward, as the people you can feel 60 feet ahead of you, like maybe, like there's probably like 80 people ahead of you. You'd probably say like maybe 22, 23 of them are undead.
80 people total,
Yeah, that are within 60 feet.
and of that, 22 are undead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can also feel one very demonic presence that is in the middle of the crowd.
But it's not the person's hand I'm shaking.
No.
Okay.
You can feel like a little bit out of him.
But
a lot.
not a lot.
As you begin to go forward,
Wait,
you can
is
see this-
Umaro cute?
Pardon?
Is Umaro cute?
Umril.
Is Umril cute?
Pretty cute.
Because
and
I think
kind of innocent looking.
Shoal. I mean, Shoal's a little baby. I think Shoal holds the handshake just a little too long and thinks he's cute.
Yeah. As it begins to go forward, you can see this kind of person that begins to walk through the other side. He appears rather lanky. His arms kind of dip far below his knees. He kind of seems extremely pale and almost this white, piercing blue eyes that kind of walk through. And they kind of seem like large, comforting eyes with this kind of long blonde hair, with this kind of like white attire with a black vest and a red tie. And as he begins to go over, he kind of like leans over entirely and puts both of his shoulders around Umril. He goes, "Oh, I didn't meet your friends here. And all of you are?"
We have not said.
Oh.
And you?
Were you not listening when we were
I'm afraid I wasn't.
announced?
Ah.
But why do they announce it if nobody cares? Just does that seem weird to you?
Well, I imagine some other people's names come up as more important, I'm sure.
They're shady.
Yeah, I was like,
Wow, the shade on that one.
I suppose it would explain why I don't know who you are.
I'm sure with a little bit of help and time, you managed to get the notoriety that everyone else does around here. Just like Umril. And he just pats both of his shoulders immediately, and he just kind of like gives his shoulders a little bit of this, and he's like, "Yes, my apologies. That's incredibly rude. Yes.
Do I sense anything from this guy?
You already used
I
your
am
fine
eager
sense.
No, but would I still be able to feel it? How long does it last?
You can't tell individual people, remember?
No, I can't tell individual people, but I just want to know if there's a.
I mean, basically with Divine Sense, you kind of know if that's around.
It says ended your next turn.
And I assume that he must have been within 60 feet of us.
Yeah.
Because he just walked
that's
up.
true.
There's no way he got that
That's
60
true.
feet that fast. And if he did, then he's
Okay.
definitely a fucking vampire or some shit. Like, anybody could move 50 or 60 feet that fast.
All right.
Like, there's something up.
I didn't get your names, by the way.
Again, I said we have not said them.
I am Egrith Bloodmaw.
Oh. It's very nice. And he looks over at the knoll right behind him, and he's like, "Now, Altissa has been looking for quite something so nice as that."
Altessa?
Aldusa, though,
Aldusa.
right? Was it Salt Boot, right?
Aldusa Salt
Is
Boot?
this Salt Boot?
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay, because the name has
Aldusa.
changed like 3 times.
That's
It,
this whole time.
no, you've
I
been
wrote
saying
down
Aldusa.
Aldusa.
I have the proof.
Okay, fine.
I also have
But-
They're all do so.
But okay,
So
Aldusa,
even I
Altissa,
could tell
either one.
I don't
fixed
remember who
the
this
spelling
is.
when you spelled it out.
The problem with like
So it's
T and D
Aldusa.
is that they come from the same word, same part of the mouth.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
This is
Salt Boot.
Aldusa standing behind him.
yeah, he references towards the knoll.
Yeah, okay,
It's like-
so
Yes, Aldusa has been wanting to get one as similar as that.
uh,
I've been telling him that for quite some time.
The
He could look
makeup.
just as good as everyone else if he tried.
one of what? The makeup? Yes, you could definitely use a prettying up.
No, the tartan. It's quite beautiful.
Oh,
But your makeup is lovely too.
yes.
I mean, not. No, the makeup is quite lovely. No, there are some others who are fabulously skilled. It's very nice and interesting to see those who are perhaps less skilled and more talented.
I want to scratch my face, but I don't want to ruin it.
That's usually how it is.
My friend Ruby did it.
Ruba looks the red.
As you like shake his hand,
Yeah.
shake his hands, like very very nice, but his hands are huge. Like his hands,
Huge?
like his
This lanky
like
dude?
he has like yowie hands.
And your name is?
My name is Orphan.
This fucking guy.
I don't have his name written down.
I don't know if Ruby's.
Like Nan looks up for a minute, and
Yeah.
like Nan looks at you, and Nan looks at everyone, and she's just like,
I will do just the
I'm
subtlest of nods.
like Ruby just like is not subtle at all, and just like, is that a common name?
"Oh, it's unfortunate. I know. I should be from Shantytown, but alas, not really."
So
So how tall is this individual? Just
Yeah, let's slam the brakes on this for a second.
This guy's lanky and tall.
But is he
Lanky tall.
human?
It's like 6'9", right?
No.
Yeah.
Like, because I was told he's like, no, so what the fuck?
But we also know that people
Are
have been
you the
transforming
father?
themselves.
Oh, right.
So.
Tall,
Sorry.
plus Yowie
You're
and...
asked, are you the father?
That's what Yowie...
Of he doesn't get it.
The guy, the musician guy.
I'm afraid not.
Ingrid doesn't know what gnomes are.
I have not been too blessed to have a skillful lad such as he.
And what do you do, orphan?
I'm a tutor.
Oh?
Mhm.
Of?
Musical talents mainly.
So in a way, you're like the father of his musical
So you're
talent.
kind of
In a way, you could say that I am.
sounds like you're tooting your own horn.
Unfortunately, I don't deal with wind instruments.
That's a shame. I was thinking of taking up the bagpipes.
It is a vulgar one. It is a vulgar instrument for some. But I imagine you can find talent anywhere. I do not deal with it, but I imagine I could make a very special attempt at helping you out. You're probably one of the best bagpipers in the land. You needn't try. Anyways, I have to go make sure the crab cakes are made for. Have a good day. He just begins to go over to the side. He just kind of like slyly makes his way through all of you without even touching you for a minute. And as he begins to walk through the other side, you can see Sal like do a little bit of a. Yes. Please enjoy the rest of the party. I will be, I will be performing in about an hour, and I will be right down here.
I look forward to it.
Can I make an insight check to see, like, to discern, is he nervous about the performance, or is he scared shitless of Orphan? That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. That's, 10.
He's a mixture of emotions. He's like a mixture of anxiety, fear, about what you don't really know.
Okay, well, I will lean down, because I'm very tall. Not as tall as the Knolls, but still very tall. Nervous?
I think I'll be fine. I've done this in front of many others. I'm not as good as my father, but I will get there with time.
Was that your tutor?
Yes, Orphan's been with me for about a year and a bit.
Only a year.
No, I've improved almost 1,000 times worth since I've been with him.
Oh, really? What are his methods like?
Heated, aggravating, but good overall. He deeply cares.
Has he made you sign anything?
No.
Keep it that way.
Don't mind that.
Inside tip.
You should always keep your royalties.
They like to jape.
Seriously, don't sign anything he gives you.
You see?
No reason.
No. That's so funny.
I will devour these caked crabs.
As he begins to,
One question more. Have you ever been without your tutor?
I was for a while. I did do my own, but unfortunately, it's not as good as skill. I didn't pick it up so quickly as my father did.
Ah. Well. Good enough. Don't sign anything he gives you.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the party, and I'll be down in about an hour.
I'm sure you'll do your father proud.
You'll be
Thank
wonderful.
you. And as
Enemies will tremble
And
at the sound of your music.
That's not how music's supposed to make you feel.
Oh, well, whenever
depends
we
how you do it.
play music, it's probably for a fight. So, is there not going to be fighting?
anyway,
Altissa looks up at Aldusa looks up at you for a minute, and then looks down at Umril and just goes, "We should be getting ready."
Soul, before
Insight check.
leaving,
Did we all hear that?
Shit, that was
Ooh.
uncocked.
it stopped. I think.
That one on insight. I'll just call it.
But
Oh, nice.
I tried, sort of caught it. I don't know if that really
20.
counts.
Not natural.
What are you trying to learn with your insight?
I'm trying to figure out what. So
We
when
should
he
be
said
getting
like we
ready.
gotta get going, he's like wondering if it has to do with something else, like if it seems shady.
No, it doesn't really seem like that. It seems like Aldusa generally cares about Umril and he wants to get him ready.
before they leave Shoal and in Gnomish again, says something. We eagerly await your performance.
He goes back and he goes presumably up the stairs and he looks back just for a second and he says similarly in Gnomish, thank you so very much. I hope I am worthy of such affections.
Shoal gets the little anime.
And he begins to go up side
I'll
of the
clap
stairs.
Shoal on the back. It's like one of these. like way down, so it's probably a little harder than it should be, but I don't mean it. It's like, you know, when someone gets really old, my great-grandfather was like this when he got very old. He would pat you, but he would hit you way too hard, so like you would stumble.
So is
Rachel's got
Non
Macy's to
Non
it.
still with us?
Yeah, as Nan like goes over to the side, she looks over and she looks over at you and she's like, "He wasn't a fucking human when I met him."
Were his eyes blue?
Yeah, he wasn't fucking human.
They only stretched then. Doesn't it seem as if he got...
He has really big
Long
hands.
He had big hands before.
But his arms go on too
For-
far, do they not?
For a gnome, that
My hands are
seems-
not below my knee.
Well, I don't know. He was a gnome when I saw him.
So we should
Alright.
mention all of the undead.
Yeah, I was about to mention just right now, like, guys, when
It's not now.
I used some of my senses and I can sense.
Like how you're doing this all in front of the front door. That's great.
Yeah, let's
Mm.
go.
No, I'm
with-
trying to be
Walking.
We're by the
whispering.
buffet
Standing
table.
at the door.
Yeah.
I thought we were.
We
oh,
have not
okay.
said that, so that
Okay.
can't be so.
Yeah.
Perhaps not here.
Okay.
They have an edible arrangement, and I will consume it.
So Umril just walked up to the front door, whoever was coming in.
He needs to go up there to go up the stairs.
He's like greeting people at the door.
Can I make a
Okay.
perception check, see what kind of foods they have on that table?
Okay.
Okay, I'll do
I
that.
want to do a perception check, but I want to look for weapons on the walls.
Doesn't even matter, it's a one. It's my
Uh,
favorite number.
You see a lot of you
Things
see
that
a,
could be
a very,
used for
very,
weapons. 12.
You see some ceremonial swords that are placed onto the wall, some battle axes. You can see like a collection of beasts' heads right next to a very well-mounted bow on the side of the wall. Apart from that, they seem mostly decorative. It
And
doesn't look like they do a lot of damage.
And what does Aisha see with
With
the
her
one?
one.
Looking for food.
Christ.
As
Doesn't matter.
you look over, you can start to hear like the gurgling
You're
of your
gonna eat
stomach
some
almost.
Plastic grapes.
And as you look over, your eyes begin to blur for just a second, and you kind of see what looks like a buffet table. But as you walk forward, you stub your toe on the bottom end of the ground, slam your knee into the side of the wall, and almost biff it onto the ground.
Oh!
Yourself.
Oh my god! My worst nightmare at this place! Okay, can I still grab like whatever's in front of me? Hold on, just like.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say you found
Oh
the
shit!
buffet.
Oh shit! I'm so
No,
sorry,
you
sorry.
just trip on your way.
I
You
just
haven't
tripped on my
found
way
it.
there. Oh, I
You
haven't.
put your
Oh,
hand
right,
in
okay.
avocado
So
paste.
I'm like, okay. So I'm
Down on
nice.
the
So I'm told I'm like
Well,
But
impatient.
now that you've taken a little bit of
Yes.
time, there's
Yeah.
across the
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of people talking over to the right.
This
Yeah.
way a little
This
more.
kind of this musician is right in the center, and then
Yeah.
just past in this large gallery room, you can see a table that's put up front. Some people are talking, some people are sitting at the table, and you can see a large buffet table that's been pushed over to the wall, and just to the back. You can see a large collection of people. A lot of people are just taking it and going. People do not grab glasses here; they just grab bottles. like these
Wow.
people are just really nice.
Yeah.
But like they take bottles and they take glasses and they go and sit at their own tables.
I immediately grab a bottle nearby, and also a like maybe if they have something that looks like a muffin or
see-
cake.
You can see
Okay.
two different types of wine.
Great.
You can see only two types. You can see Masbeth's red wine, and you can see the cast of 1313.
Oh no!
Don't touch that one.
I grabbed one of those.
Oh no! I put that back. I
That's
was like,
the
no, I want the
blood
other one.
one.
Depends
Oh.
who drinks it, apparently. It wasn't blood when Egret drank it.
It was more like that.
It was. I just liked it more.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
She ate the raw chicken for
it
breakfast.
was the same thing, yeah.
So Ruby's going
Like-
to grab
Oh, 'cause
a
there's
bottle
so many
of
Wine
Knock-
is
dead
the same
around
thing,
here.
just cheaper.
Ruby's going to grab a bottle of
Do
Knock
hobgoblins
13,
like blood?
whatever that one is.
Does blood taste good to hobgoblins?
Not as good as any. No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No.
I'll grab the not blood one.
Tastes about as
Yeah.
good as
And then-
liquefied nickels.
I grab a bottle and a glass.
Yeah.
And I'm just by myself though.
Okay.
like I'm trying to like usher us to like a table so we can discuss what I want to talk
Yep,
about.
I'm right there with like
as you
2
guys
cakes.
continue to go through, you can see 2 people, one of which you immediately identify as a half-orc, sitting on the other side of the corner, and he's like slumped up against a wall, and he's sitting there, sitting there twiddling his thumbs as he walks through. He can see, he's sitting right next to the door where servants kind of walk out, and he's sitting over there, he's looking outside and looking at the party, and you identify him immediately. He's wearing like these large white and blue almost silk robes as he's looking out, and you can see his belt that's kind of tied over, who has multiple potions on his side. Death Chewer's here.
Wait, what's his first name again?
He's that wizard.
Yeah, the wizard.
Oh,
in the
Death
tower.
Chewer.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna go chat him up.
You also see another person just off to the side. You can see a collection of dwarves talking over there. Can one of you give me a perception check, please?
I'm already hanging out with.
I guess like Ruby's very
Chewer.
suspicious
I'm
right
good at
now.
that. Let me-
Oh, I did not do well.
Neither did I.
I got a 3.
For the record,
You should never say that you're good at a skill before you roll for it.
No, I know I'm not
No,
good at
I
it.
mean I
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I get +5 to that, so that should be 9.
So apparently we both together. Well, I botched it
That's
more.
not even enough to assist you. So I don't know anything.
We just like together like
18
I don't see shit.
You notice someone immediately sitting by the dwarves. You can see this it's almost an army uniform that's present. They're like wearing a whole bunch of medals off to the side. They have like a tricorn hat sitting in the corner, and they're kind of chatting up a couple of dwarves. And then you start to notice within a long black beard that's present, it's kind of been like tied in knots. You haven't seen that before. And you notice a very identical gold ring that's sitting onto the side. And he's beginning to look forward. This person's in disguise. This person's Bardis.
Oh.
But we don't know that. Only
Only Ygritte knows that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As you go over to the side, you can see Death Chewer currently there. As he looks up at you for a minute, he's like, "Ah, you. How did you manage to get in here?"
Well, first of all, I'm an envoy from Elidrat's Wastes, so I'm kind of important. And second of all, look at me. I'm radiant.
That's a word.
Oh no!
I enjoy the word. I mean, it's more like stunning. But
Well,
Oh my
appreciate the
god.
compliment. You're looking put together, I suppose.
I'm reasonably entertained, kidney-wise.
Well, I'm about to be.
And over, he's like, "You're not drinking that 13 swill, are you?"
No, it's not to my tastes.
Well, lucky for me, this place happens to be. Fuck it. And he just takes it over and he goes to the side. And you can see like this large bottle of orcish wine that he has. He looks over. He's like, "I've been taking shots of this when nobody's looking."
I subtly tip my cup toward him.
Looks over as he just like opens up his sweater
Oh my
as he
God,
goes towards
that's
it. He just
amazing.
like pours it immediately.
Oh.
as
You're
one
not
of the
supposed to have outside alcohol.
servants go over,
Yeah.
and
Probably not.
He just takes it and he just like
Or
takes
it's,
a swig,
it's like not
a
fancy
swig and puts
alcohol,
it back
so it's
immediately.
weird.
He's like, "I'm good to talk now."
Tell you, I'll
Ruby's gonna come up
sure
and be like,
we'll be
"You talk."
running into each other tonight, but some other people to say hello to.
I'll be here. Yep. I am not walking for a while.
Try to stay on your feet.
I always, and he just like slips underneath his foot immediately before he
Oh my
catches it. He's like,
god.
"See,
Ruby's going crazy. He just wants to tell you guys the thing, and no one's staying
I would
together.
like to.
Ruby,
Only you noticed.
Why'd you
Martin.
pull us here?
Yes, and I'm waiting for everyone to
Yeah.
get in that hut.
Let's talk, Ruby.
All right,
Let's do it.
So we find a table together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wrong table.
By the way, are there plants around here or anything?
Not a lot of plants. No.
Huh? No plants?
Not a lot of plants inside. No.
Okay, are there like urns or like what kind of decor is there?
You can see a lot of paintings. You can see a lot of shit, like candelabras, because I watched Beauty and the Beast recently. Shit. The new one's shit. I'm sorry. You can't get this together.
Not good.
You can see a lot of candelabras. You can see a lot of like fancy wear. You don't see a lot of urns. You see a lot of like trophies that have been on the wall, like hunting trophies.
I'm
You
trying
can
to
see a large fireplace pushed over the end.
antlers in all of my deck.
I'm trying to figure out because I was like we will take some wine, pretend to drink, so that people think he's drunk, so that he can talk to people. Now I'm like, how am I gonna pour this out?
You just give it to me.
He's going to put his glass down, pour in the cup, and look around to make sure no one else is near the table that we're at.
I will actually actively look to see if there's anybody who's paying special attention to us.
Yeah, I'm doing really bad at this.
Sure, I'll look around to see if anyone's
Not
giving us a
good.
stink
Ain't
eye.
looking at nothing.
Oh,
that
not
is-
2.
That was an 11 out of me.
We don't know shit.
4
You notice
or 5
that
actually.
Bulag is still just like periodically, like very obviously looking at Ruby, to the point where another one of the guards come over. They talk over. He like does a little chin pop over in that direction. He talks in to the other guys here for a while before he walks out, takes a quick scan, goes over, walks upstairs.
Can I make an insight check to see what that exchange was? Whether it was like, keep an eye on him for me, or it was, shank him when he goes to the bathroom. That was pretty good.
Oh, nice.
That's good insight
That's
out of
good.
me. That is 23.
You get this strong sense that like keep an eye on him.
Okay. So
Hey.
they are watching you.
Careful not
Yeah, I
right out of
should
the
lie
shot.
about my name.
Am I?
Right
I was like
Because
leaning into the
out
other.
of frame.
Yeah.
No,
You get the strong sense also that they not only keep an eye on him, but make sure he stays in vision.
And
fuck.
and
Something wrong,
Damn.
Ruby?
So earlier I used my divine sense to try to get a feel for the people here, and I sensed at least 22 undead beings and demonic presence, and Umbral. I feel something from Umbral, but it's very, very minimal. It might be someone like rubbing off on him.
The marks around his eyes seemed odd to me, but I didn't have a moment to look at them closely. More like I forgot to fucking make a check to see if that was actually acne or whether he's turning into a demon.
Also, Bardis is wearing a big fake beard amongst those dwarves.
I'm like, Bardis, where?
Oh, I see him now.
Don't blow his cover.
Yeah, I'm just.
Ruby's like about as subtle as I don't know, Rooster.
Ruby. If a man is wearing a disguise, then perhaps it would be ill-advised to loudly say the name of that person.
Well, anyways,
Oh, I should add, if anyone asks who tailored your garment, don't give up on Taylor.
why? He's
This-
here.
This place is dangerous. I would not invite unwelcome guests to those who have aided us.
All right.
Thank you. And where's Non?
John is with you still.
Perfect.
As you guys begin to talk, you can kind of hear somebody like right behind you just go. They seem to be talking about other things. They seem to be talking about things in Shantytown and the relationships between the two. And as one of them begins to talk, you can see Bardis like takes a look at you. Doesn't seem that you guys are into his disguise. Like he doesn't suspect that he's caught.
If he looks at me, I
Just
wink.
yet.
though.
Oh, yes!
He doesn't look at you and thinks that he's caught, but you can kind of see someone immediately behind him. But his eyes kind of spur immediately as someone behind you just goes, "Yes, I think Body's still in Shantytown. Still trying to do his crazy shit. Heard he's planning something big tonight." Don't really know what it is.
I turn to look
One
at whoever this person
of them
is.
just right behind just goes, yeah, but he's been spotted in Shantytown, and I have no idea what he's doing there. He probably would never come to a place like this. He's too poor anyways to be able to figure him out.
Oh, it's Skylag. Alright.
And,
We were
you know, they go to the
Skylag.
back.
How would we sneak into the party?
Go to the back, and he's like, I heard something crazy.
Sure.
She just goes like, what is it? And then they just like talking to each other by themselves. Apart from that, they don't really know.
Sure. I have a secret mission for you. You are about the same eye height as Skylag. So I think you should be the one to look for him.
Okay, I keep. I look. And Shoal will be just keeping his eye out for the night.
No one else also give me as you kind of like look around and survey the party a little bit more. I'm just gonna roll for it. Ruby,
Mm-hmm.
as you begin to scan more of the party, can you give me a investigation check to see
I'm
what
gonna
people
cast-
are wearing, please?
Oh, so I was gonna cast guidance. Would
You
that?
can still do that.
Okay,
but,
I'll
like,
cast
I
guidance.
imagine like unless you're gonna cast guidance right out here.
I mean,
No,
it's gonna
no,
be
no.
kind of obvious,
Yeah, it's gonna be
I think.
obvious. I'm not gonna do it then.
Oh God. Oh God. Where's my investigation? Oh God, it's minus 1. Oh God, 3.
It's alright.
You can see a lot of people in very pretty clothes.
Oh, actually. Oh no, I wrote down what the sigil is in my notes, which aren't here.
What?
The
The ones in white.
the white. It,
The
it
rose.
was a rose.
It was a rose?
Yep.
I want to look around for that.
The exact notes,
That is 16.
Don't really see a lot of people with roses.
except for Ruby.
Don't see a lot of people with roses here. You happen to see some people with like their sleeves all the way rolled up. You see a lot of tattoos around here, which are odd.
Do they have any particular common designs, or?
It's pretty varied, but nobody's here. You know the people here have tattoos. Nobody's showing them.
I'm gonna get up and walk around.
Time to mingle.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around too, just like.
When everyone starts going off to mingle, I kind of wheel around a little bit. I look a little immediately out of water.
Ruby hasn't moved.
To be
Let
fair,
me go see
Shoal
if I
also
can't
has no
sniff out
idea
some
what's going
undead.
on.
Find some weapons. Oh, did you have? I complain. Egrith complains loudly about missing her weapon.
I
I think if
lean
I
in.
empty this bottle.
Trying to get
What?
Bryce's attention.
I guess this will require a sleight of hand check. I'm gonna just like flash a hand axe, just like do like one of these like with my
Yeah.
cloak, just like to show
Sleight
you,
of hand.
Egrith, that I have a hand axe. I'm not good at that, but it's a 16.
Wow, pretty good.
I'm scared. Why'd I do this?
Nobody does anything.
Nobody does anything.
Oh.
I think I should try me with Bravos.
Can't find the note for it.
You can kind of see a couple people stirring behind you. Not anything other than usual.
Oh, hey, you got a little something just down, and I'll try to take it.
Okay, where are you gonna store it?
Fuck if I know.
I'll put my hand on your hand.
Don't you have a little pouch
Well,
thing
just
too?
throw it at me if shit goes down.
Later.
In the meantime,
I guess for people watching, that just looks like I rebuffed you.
yeah.
Don't touch my bone.
In the
Batch.
meantime, I'll take my bottle of orc wine openly. I do not have the perception to realize that it's uncouth to have outside shitty alcohol. I just take my orc wine, take the cork off with my teeth, spit the cork out, and just drink straight from the bottle.
Constitution check, please.
12.
Drunk. Like you are not like full on drunk, but you're buzzed.
Excellent.
Ruby's still trying to figure
Like
out
that orcish wine was like
how do I fake
it's
drink this?
it's not so much a drink as it is a direct kick in the throat.
Orcs make them good.
I mean,
Do
I'm
I get
gonna
an
be.
advantage because I have advantage on orc stuff?
No.
Nice try.
I'm probably gonna be getting toward the end of my bottle.
Yeah.
Do I need to make one? I've also taken a shot of orc.
Yes,
orc
you
drink.
definitely need to.
Con.
You only took a little bit of.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
You are drunk.
Big drunk.
You are classified as poisoned for this.
You are white girl wasted.
Yeah, they say
that
don't
half orc's looking real hot, isn't he?
mix your drink.
Oh no.
You can see over as you take up that last swig. You can see the half orc over there you see before, and you know him as Death Chewer. He must have drank a lot, and he's still on his feet.
That's impressive.
Maybe I can just pour this thing into
you
Death
can kind
Chewers.
of see that
that
that Lasgra is getting a little bit more blushed and filled with green, just a tiny bit more, and a little bit more sweaty than usual.
Would you like some caked crab?
Fuck yeah, I would.
You see some people behind you, and they just like begin to look over at you for a minute before they just all get up and like decide to go over and mingle throughout, leaving another like half-empty table behind you.
So
What? We're here to have fun. You wankers.
I'll
Music
go
with
get you
no
some
fighting.
water or something. Ruby's gonna
should
get
fix
up
that.
and like go to
I think we
the
should.
food table and like try to bring cups,
When the
like some
music
plates of
stops.
food and water.
Watch fit.
And while he's doing this, he's gonna look around to see if he recognizes anyone else.
Sure.
Is this investigation still?
Sure.
Can I usually use the washroom real quick?
Yeah.
Because she's already up. Okay.
So 13 minus 1, so 12.
You don't really notice a whole lot, but you do manage to see someone go through the door, and the moment that you see them kind of like walk through the door, you immediately know who they are. They kind of look to the side. You can see as like this long, formal elven wear, incorporating like different branches and tree formations that have been fit into the almost singular suit. It's kind of like almost one piece with like feathers and crystals that are kind of shining off.
Yes.
And you can see immediately from the other guy over at the end. He seems pretty, like, noticeable, but at the moment you begin to look over, you can see a large, the person sitting at the front of the door just go, Veil Equas!
I'm looking.
And you can see him immediately look over. He looks at you for like a split second.
Yeah.
Doesn't recognize you. And just looks over, looks immediately up the stairs, give a waves to someone, and just walks up. And his outfit looks fucking.
Can we see who you waved at from where we are?
No, it's upstairs.
Alright.
But like, outfit's fucking gorgeous.
Sick duds.
Veil Lacroix?
And I wave.
He doesn't even look at you.
And this is the Thief Guild's leader, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't recognize me?
No.
Holy fuck.
I'm
Is it
gonna-
because of all the makeup?
I am gonna kind of give Nana a tap on the arm. So, who here is worth talking to?
Depends who you want to get to know.
I know nothing of this.
Aren't you here for a person?
Not
Oh.
exactly.
And why are you here?
That is a matter I hope will soon reveal itself. There is someone I hope to meet, but I suspect that he will find me.
Aisha quietly
Who's
joins
that?
back the party.
Don't worry about it. It's a little goblin lad.
Well,
I
I
should
don't
make
see any
another
goblins
night
around
shadow.
here.
Not just yet.
Ruby comes back to the table and puts the food and water in front of Lasgra.
I grab the biggest crab cake, and I take a huge bite of it. I'm gonna try and wander off and, I don't know, look for a bathroom, but I'm gonna try and make eye contact with Vardis at some point.
Okay. You need to walk away. You're gonna take some time. Is anyone else wish to do anything?
I was just gonna say that the washroom looks so nice. All these little soap things in there. I took 5 of them. I don't know what it is in here.
Guys, Veil is here.
Oh.
He didn't recognize me, I think.
I literally
Another
just
night
like
shadow
do
here?
it.
Huh?
Isn't there another night
Yeah,
shadow
yeah,
here?
there is. Like, that was so... I'm sorry. Yeah, I was really confused earlier when I heard that. I was like, there can't be.
No?
I heard, well, the gardener friend said there was an Iron Knight Shadow, so I was worrying about that, but I should probably ask who that could be.
Surely there are attendants you could ask.
I could. Do we have more important matters right now first, or?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to go get a meeting with Bardis.
Yeah.
I'd like
Aren't you wasted?
well, current.
Kinda.
So let's see.
As you begin
Doesn't
to
mean I don't know how to keep it casual.
As you begin to walk around, you can kind of see the very familiar hobgoblin that was placed around as you pass by the next to the bathroom. As he begins to look down as your drunk stupor is trying to find.
Did I catch eye contact with Bardis, by the way?
Yep.
Is this like
Trying to do this in
here?
order. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I would have had to
You're like
leave
on your way.
and then.
Leave and then return. Yeah, I'm describing you getting to a place and then you
Okay.
coming back. So as you begin to go out, you can kind of see Bardis as you begin to leave. And as you begin to leave, he kind of makes eye contact with you for a second. And as he makes eye contact with you, he kind of goes back to talking to another person, nodding. That's all you get.
I did give him a little wink while I had his eye contact.
Okay.
A knowing wink.
Okay.
Again, not a sexual one.
Just to
Like how
be
you
sure.
did
The lines are
Yeah.
blurred. I don't know if Lasgra is.
We need a pic of
It was
Lasgra winking. She
intended
looks
as
a
a
Yeah,
lot.
nod.
a lot. That's
It
what
may
I
have
was
seemed
saying.
like a sexual one because I'm a little bit
Sloppy.
sloppy.
As you begin to walk past the stairs, and you can kind of see Bardis after giving him that knowing look. You kind of walk past the stairs, and you can see the hobgoblin that's similarly on the dress of the stairs, kind of sitting over, arms crossed over the balcony. And as you look up for a second, you can see him, and his eyes meet yours for just a second, and it gives you a little bit of a chin up again.
Are they dressed better than me? Damn it.
They got nice duds, really nice duds.
I'll return the nod. Is this do I recognize this person?
You can give me a. It came from the tower, but
Oh, wow.
it's been a long time ago.
Oh.
So that would be check with advantage. Check with disadvantage. Sorry.
Disadvantage. So no.
Actually, you know what? Just a straight check. Straight check.
I mean, would it make sense? Would this be Naldreg? I guess. It would have to be. If they're from the tower, and there's one hobgoblin here who's not a city goblin, it would have to be this Naldreg person. But I guess I can roll to see whether seeing this person and seeing that they're from the tower makes anything click that who Naldreg is. What kind of check was it? History?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 15.
It's definitely Naldreg. Affiliated with the tower.
But
Used to
beyond
be.
that,
Changed his name. Now his name is Naldreg Pillar. He's affiliated with the Hobgoblin war camp known as the Broken Pillars. You know this guy.
So, Aisha is remembering. Oh, yeah.
I kind
Go
of
ahead.
crushed
No
my
worries.
crab cake a little bit by accident.
My crab cakes.
Why do you waste good crab cake? It's so good.
Why are you winking so
I mean,
much?
I'm off
Are you
by
okay?
myself. I'm
Oh,
I've
okay.
gone. But
Okay.
you probably said it's at what?
You probably sitting over the table being like, "Why you waste good crab cake?"
you're just watching Lasgra do this and kind of narrating things.
He's like,
I just push a crab cake towards you.
Oh.
What?
Okay. Aisha, do your thing.
Yeah, she's just remembering that one of the guards had said, when they entered, they mentioned an Iron Knight shall be being here. So I was just gonna ask if Aisha could, do a quick, scan to see if she recognized maybe anyone.
Sure.
Okay, I'll just do that real quick. Perception. That's 17.
on this floor?
Yeah.
What do you know?
Okay, so she's sitting back.
Are there multiple floors?
I did say there were stairs.
Yeah, there's
But are we
there's
allowed up the stairs?
People
One way
were
to find
people
out.
were
Yeah.
walking up the stairs.
I thought maybe that was just the certain people.
We're
I
fancy
wanna-
enough for a bit. Let's go. Let's check the stairs, maybe.
I want to check out the balcony. Perhaps it's a more strategic vantage point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to go there, but we gotta separate and get there. Like not all
But
go
it's
together.
a party.
I'll go if you go. We'll go together.
Secret is fuzz, remember.
Oh my god.
Secret is fuzz and full of crab.
Oh.
The best. We are in such deep shit.
God.
Okay. Are we splitting or are we going sticking together then? Because I really want to go upstairs.
Let's just go upstairs.
Let's go upstairs.
Alright, I bring the bottle with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I bring my bottle of my cakes with me.
As you begin to bring the bottle, I imagine you're slightly ahead. Anything you should do?
Well, I mean, I've gone off by myself to try and find a bathroom.
Okay. You didn't follow up the other guy? Okay.
Well, to find a bathroom because I'm trying to get Bardis to follow me so we can talk.
Yeah,
private.
that's not what Bardis got.
He misunderstood you.
I mean,
You winked at him
Drunk
from a
Oscar
distance.
doesn't know that.
What that says is, I know who you are, not follow
yeah.
me. Like that's
Yeah,
I know who you are. Now watch me go somewhere private.
But I
That's
didn't.
not-
I didn't get that either.
no.
No, I didn't get that.
You got it like body language.
Well,
You
I'm
can't,
not
you
gonna
can't be like.
trust myself to do that subtly. I mean, if he wants to talk, he'll come find me. But
Yeah, exactly. But as you go off, you go into the bathroom. You find a similar thing that that Night Shadow was talking about.
I just made
The
it
weird
up.
self-dispensary
Sorry.
thing. Get free ones. There's a dude sitting inside. It's like waiting to dry off your hands. It's a weird place.
Oh,
so
someone tries to hands
weird.
up for you.
Yeah.
I look at him
You'd like
and I
to
just cast
tip him.
prestidigitation on my own hands.
Like, do you,
And
do
he
you-
gives
I'm wearing
you,
gloves, by the way. Like,
and he
it's
cries
full
because
on.
it is his only job.
Oh, he had one thing.
he like gives you a free soap thing as well.
Oh. They're collectibles.
Okay, what else do you guys want to do?
Let's go upstairs, I guess.
Yeah.
I
have to find Bard.
scour the layout from the top of the balcony, also looking for more weapons and strategic points of interest with a perception check of 11. 10.
You can see the weapons on the top. There's not really a lot. It kind of separates into separates into hallways and into separate bedrooms. Like there's a billiard room, there's a library, there's a study. Everyone's talking. You can kind of see some servants that are coming down with like a large platform, and you can kind of tell they're setting up just below the stairs. It's seemingly where that's where Umbrell's going to play. He's going to play right in the front of the stairs so that everyone can see him. As you guys begin to walk past the stairs, you can see kind of an odd selection of a group. In the section up there, you can see Vale, who is talking to another person. Just over the side, you can see Tats sitting right next to him. You met him earlier. He was the tattooed guy. You can also see Altissa Saltboot talking around, walking.
If I can get Bardis' eye contact again, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get to somewhere within his line of sight.
And
Get into whispering
you
distance.
also see Elgig
I guess I can go introduce myself.
going through there as well.
Hmm.
Blue Leg.
Okay.
Yeah,
Blue Leg is his last name.
Okay.
Elgig is his first name.
And where's he going?
He's sitting near the front of the billiard room, like
Okay.
over to the right of the stairs. And he sees you immediately. Like, you guys are not 20 feet away from one another at this point.
I just look at him and then continue on our way.
I mean, the reason I'm not going to talk to Bardis is because if Vale saw through his disguise, I don't want Vale to see us talking.
But Vale went
But-
upstairs.
Yeah.
Which you went upstairs.
So is Bardis up there?
Bardis is
I didn't
downstairs.
go anywhere.
I think I haven't.
Yeah, and
I'm still
Lobster just came out of the
I just came back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Are you still
So
sitting
is
at the
there a-
table
So
we
you
found?
two, yes.
Yeah, I haven't
You're
really.
guarding
Mom.
everyone's coats?
And Rubelex went upstairs.
Oh, I'm
and Night
upstairs,
Shadow?
yeah.
Okay, you went upstairs as well.
Yeah.
Seems like a very, very nice party. There's similar, a buffet that's been put out, and like more amounts of wine.
Should
You can
give
see
it
some
a
different bits of
message.
rum that have been placed out.
All right, from up here, I'm gonna look around again, see if I recognize anyone.
Yeah, can I also roll for that too, just in case?
So, is that still investigation or perception on this one?
Perception.
Perception. So that is a 19.
You managed to see 3 or 4 city guards that are here. 3
3 or 4 city guards. All right.
But the weird thing is that as you begin to look around, you can see 3 or 4 city guards that you personally know. And as you begin to take a more detailed account, all the guards here you know of, but they're usually not put up in the Goldies. They're usually put up in Shantytown.
Well, fuck.
They're not supposed to be here.
Is there like a window?
I mean, there's one past another room. Kind of goes over to the billiards room.
Okay. I want to because we're currently near the towers, right? That we're talking about for.
Well, the tower kind of, you don't know exactly where where to get through into the tower.
That's what I want to like look out the window and see if I can see a way to the tower.
As you go forward in the billiard room, it kind of like breaks off to the left and it kind of curves around the building.
All right.
So it's probably left to the billiard room.
Probably left to the billiard room.
Yeah.
You can't cast disguises, can you?
I can not cast disguises. Oh well, I mean I have my illusion. I can like do a little illusion spell, but I mean,
as long as I'm with you guys, we're not gonna be able to get where we're going. I'm being followed, I think.
Are you in danger at all? Or?
I don't know that, but
okay.
as long as I'm with you guys can't walk around inconspicuously. I'm gonna go find Laz and see what she can do. So Ruby like goes back downstairs.
Are you gonna go
keep mingling? I'm just generally mingling my way.
Oh, I rolled a 20 to see if I know anyone else in this new area now. Still no one, eh?
Oh.
Okay, interesting.
It's weird.
She's like, just kind of feels weird.
They mentioned another Night Shadow, but you don't see another Night Shadow.
Yeah, I don't see another one. So she's feeling awkward about this. Like, oh my god. Of all places.
It's a Night Shadow we haven't met. Surprise, half brother.
I don't know. I'm just like really.
I would never pull that off.
No, yeah.
I would never do that.
Jesus, jeez.
I don't know if I would know about the Broken Pillars person, but that would be someone Egrith would want to talk to at some point. But I don't know if Egrith has that information.
What?
No, I haven't told you.
Yeah,
the only other hobgoblin
so,
there besides Losgran and Shoal.
Because I think I just picked it up, realized now.
Yeah.
Just from hearing the name.
Yeah, so like I wouldn't.
So I only know it now.
I wouldn't know to look for this person to talk to them.
I mean, they do stand out.
Which was it? The other hobgoblin?
Yes.
Okay.
They have 3.
Are they still on the balcony where I am?
Yes.
Great. I will go over there and strike up a conversation.
As you begin to look forward and kind of take a good look at them, they kind of see this dark purple cloak with this large insignia on the back. It looks like 3 obelisks with a line in the center. That kind of denotes an eye. You can see that the cloak kind of goes over slim gray clothes. They seemingly are padded and armored. They have like reddish brown skin, very short black hair, almost with a large widow's peak that's kind of pressing over to the side. Various black tattoos that kind of run across their eyes. They kind of extend over to the other side of their ears. And they look pretty rough. They almost look like lightning bolt tattoos. I already say that. He has kind of really, really yellowy hazelish eyes from a distance, but the closer you get to him, the more they turn almost silver. And he looks over at him. You can see 2 of his retainers off to the side.
Well met.
He waves them off immediately. He's like, yes?
Well met, grass folk. I'm Egrith.
Nice to meet you, Egrith. Can't imagine you come to these parties often.
My first time, if you can believe it.
I somehow do believe it.
It's that obvious. I am not very subtle.
Am I a hobgoblin? That's how obvious it is.
I'm not even sure you're a person, because I'm buzzed. For all I know, you're a suit of armor.
So what brings you to this place?
Well, that's a complicated story. I don't remember half of it. I met up with these people. I was sort of chased out of my clan. Long story. I don't think you're that interested in it.
Well, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't interested.
I met up with these folks, and we've just sort of been making our way through Lake Reach, doing odd jobs, salvaging shipwrecked wine.
Now that is interesting.
Yeah, did you like the 1313 wine, or is that not for you? It's not for everybody.
It's too metallic for me.
I dig it.
Somehow that also does not surprise me.
I feel like
What's
there's
your name?
so much shade.
Neldreg.
Neldreg. Where do you hail from?
I hail just north of Capissa. Just a little bit more into the wastes. The lizard folk town. That
Oh.
one.
Would I know that?
Yeah, you'd know that. So, come here to work inside the city.
Well, I seek help for my clan. It's a bit of a long story. There are these werewolves.
You just spilling it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh my god.
You know, I've been told,
That's really my big goal here.
I've been told that the wolves I've seen in that area love 1313 very much. Maybe you two are something of the same thing.
Oh God! Oh no!
I don't think so. These wolves are fucking jerks.
Oh my god.
They're of cursed blood, and they've cursed the lands they walk.
I imagine some could say the same for you.
Only people who get in our path. I don't know.
That is something
Gnolls are complicated.
Oh no, I get it.
Have you met my friend Lasgra? That's them down there.
Unfortunately
In the,
not. I have yet to have the pleasure.
The bright white ostrich feathers.
Well, I'm afraid we all have our little demons, don't we? But I rest assured that maybe you can reconcile the wolf problem.
I sure hope so.
Not something similar to Elidrat in the north.
Is that what you're dealing with?
Unfortunately so.
And how do you take on a dragon?
You get friends. Have a good evening. He just goes over and he walks to the side and he walks away. That's all you got from him.
Okay.
I'll find out
And
later.
scene. Smash cut to.
Have I found Lazarus yet?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's really
look
weird.
for Skellig.
Okay.
He's supposed to be here. That's perception, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. 22.
Nothing. Well, you can give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Not good at those. 5.
He did say in his letter, he said broken pillars are going to be there.
I knew that.
They're going to be having it. He didn't say he'd be here for the party.
Cool. I swear it said I'll be there to make the swap.
Pretty sure Skellig said that.
Yeah,
I'm
thought
pretty
so
sure
too.
those are the words I remember from the letter. I'm sorry. If I had my notes, I would do that.
Because he swapped the gem with the invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the invitation was to Umril. That's what that was about.
You know, I'm still.
No,
I will be there to make the switch,
See?
but doesn't necessarily mean that he's here now.
Okay. Well, I don't see him yet.
Shoals keeping an eye out.
And as I kind of mingle my way toward, I introduce myself to Bardis, just as I have introduced myself to a bunch of other people.
He looks at you for a second, extends his hand, and the moment that he does, he just goes, Fred Darkhorn.
Fred Darkhorn. You know, I've never had a Darkhorn.
It's a fine delicacy.
I'll bet it is.
Gross.
Okay,
What are you doing here?
why don't we? I don't know. Let's trying to meet your my newest son that I've adopted now, and he's my son. I'm his mom now, and he said you're like his dad, so I guess we're married now.
This is not where I was expecting this to go.
Lasgra.
She rolled a 1. So
Ruby's coming in now.
Yeah. As Bardis looks over you for a
Disappeared.
second, he's a mixture of confused and kind of disgusted.
Oh my god! I'm gonna try and see if I can
He's like,
get him to walk with me.
This is not what I was expecting.
Oh my god, close.
Lasgra. He like comes up and he's like, oh, and you are
Fred Darkhorn. We're about to
yes,
go for a walk.
Fred.
I will.
Lasgra, can you can you make me look different?
No. But.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh no, that hurt.
Ruby looks back at
Ruby's
Fred.
so desperate.
Ruby looks at Fred just like,
Ruby.
yes.
Something I can do for you. But you're gonna need to get a. You're gonna need to handle looking different on your own, and I can handle making it appear as though you never left the room. But I have to talk with Bardis.
Yes, we need to do some.
Me and my new friend Fred gonna acquaint each other
He's like,
as one
you want
does.
some wine?
No.
So I'm gonna try and get him to walk with me. Alright, look. Have we been able to like walk away?
Yeah, he's
to
gonna
us?
walk
Okay.
over the side.
Alright, obviously you know Vale's here. I was able to meet with Vale before the party. Said that they didn't have any work for me right now, but it really sounded like something big's gonna go down here tonight. Do you have any idea what that is?
No, that's why I'm here.
Well, I guess I know about as much as you do. Look, if something goes down, you need my help, just give me a signal somehow and I'll...
I know two things. They're hoarding people in the basement. That's why I was here. Mortissa brought them down. 20 at a time usually. 20 every day. Last 2 weeks. Figuring out where those people are going. Thought they left. They didn't leave.
Well, we have a large undead, shall we say, element here at the party. I don't know the specific nature, but if they are vampires, it might have something to do with it. That's all we've really been able to find out. There is a lot of undead.
Apart from that, barring people from the other tower. Usually let people in. Can't go through there either.
Does the name Finnegan mean anything to you?
No.
Might be a little bit prickly, literally. We believe he's being kept in one of the towers here.
He'll be downstairs. What makes him so special and won't be kept downstairs like the others?
Alright. I suppose there's nothing else we could really do for each other right now. And as much as I'd rather not reveal my true intentions, to Vale at this juncture. If you've got some plan to get those people out of here, I know I can speak for all of us when I say that we would be interested in taking part of that.
I'm sticking around till the party's over. Try and see if we can't sneak out after it.
Alright. Just keep us in the loop then.
I'll give you a signal or something.
Gotcha.
And wouldn't worry. I'm not here alone either.
The little one?
Hmm?
The little one's here? The little one. You know, Skellig. My new son.
Stop adopting goblins.
He said he's in Shantytown staying in.
He said he'd meet us here, but alright. Is that anything else you need from me right now? I don't think we should be seen together too much tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, it's lovely to get to know you. I got other people to see. I'm very important. Very
Just looks over and he's like,
important.
"This is important." And he sees that he draws a whole bunch of attention to himself. He goes over to the side and there's like, "So important, so important."
This to be. What do you mean? We're important. We're over, Fred.
Yeah.
We just met,
Fuck
and then we
you.
started. I know I just said I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but fuck you, Fred Darkhorn.
No,
You're a
fuck you.
bastard.
Yeah.
You're nothing but a wanker.
I'm the wrong guy.
Fucking. I'm gonna try and push him and
Making
just
a scene is not
fully
subtle, guys.
take a fall myself and fall down.
The moment that you fall down, he just moves around and walks away.
That's right, Fred. You better run.
Oh my god.
That's myself off. I think Ruby's the only
Oscar's in
like,
trouble, and I
well.
sprint down full speed.
I think that went all
when
right.
you fall over, I'm just gonna like pour out the entire bottle of wine and walk away.
Aisha looks
Okay.
just
Because people
down
are
from
like
balcony.
Out of
yeah, and just,
out
like,
of
looks
character
back.
moment, I do know silent image, so
Nice.
that could help. I
Yeah.
could make a silent image of you and
Yeah.
have it walk around. And
I'm actually like trying to think. I don't have any close. I just thought of something though, but it might be a
Something would
bad
work.
move.
to make
Especially
a
if
decoy,
there's music playing.
yeah, a decoy for sure, but
Yeah.
you'll still need to find a way to get out.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's Naldrake now?
Perhaps if we use both
Balcony
our
spell?
illusion spells. I have a my illusion spell too. So
I'm gonna see if I can get his attention. If I get his attention again, I'll speak with him.
Probably not coming downstairs.
Well, then I'll go upstairs. Because
Where's
I'm kind of
Noel
wondering where
right
everybody
now?
else is too.
No?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been down there this
He's
whole
upstairs.
time. She
She's
went
upstairs?
upstairs?
Yeah.
Because I had been sitting with her. I would know she left. Alright.
Sorry.
is there also
She
like
probably
a
got up and left.
Oh wow,
yeah?
we've
Sorry.
been role playing for a long time.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were,
I'm trying
yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh dear. Alright.
Trying to figure out an endpoint here.
Mhm.
All right.
Also very difficult because you're spending a lot of time doing stupid shit.
So
we got this info.
We know
I
more
poured out
info.
my entire.
Yeah.
I poured out my entire bottle, hopefully, and no one noticed. Because there was like the fighting
You
going
know,
on.
not everybody needs to drink at a party.
No, but there's a reason.
Well, it's not like anybody is like hardcore watching you and be like, you can't be drunk, you haven't been drinking. It's totally possible to assume that someone who is acting drunk is in fact drunk at a party where they just give away entire
I
bottles
also
of
drank
wine.
an entire bottle, so I actually am. I'm just playing it up a little bit.
Okay.
I meanwhile am
But-
gonna take a look upstairs now.
Yeah,
that
Now's
there's-
gonna go with you. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I
Yeah,
just wanted
I should have
to
said
work.
something.
That's
Yeah,
all.
Now's gonna go up and she's gonna go upstairs. You can go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm just kind of not shadowing her, but just kind of. I have some questions that will only be answered if someone tries to murder her. So I'm gonna try and stick around. It's real.
I love that.
As you begin to go upstairs, you can see Naldrake just off to the side drinking a large glass of bourbon. As he has got 3 of his retainers, and he meets your eyes again as he goes up. You can kind of see those similar yellow eyes kind of move, and as you walk closer, they turn again more silver as he begins to go over. And he walks over, he sees you, and he's like, "Yes."
Naldrake, I presume Well,
In the flesh.
you may or may not be aware of me. First Protector Lasgra, third heir to the Tower of Mystics.
I used to be there for a while.
Indeed.
I know at least a little bit of you.
A little bit. I'd
Did
ask
you
you.
killed a guy with a meteorite.
As much as I'd like to take credit for that, I think it sort of just happened, but,
I would take advantage of it if I was you.
well, it got me this, and I kind of gesture to the shattered star. So, I'd ask you what a trader like you's doing in Lake Reach, but I suppose you need to get as far away as possible.
Well, traders do what they must. They trade.
It was a hard T.
Oh. See what I mean with the T's and D's?
Traitor.
And he looks up
To
at
the
you
tower.
Okay,
You
read
know?
off that last statement. And he goes over and he's like, depends on what you really choose to betray, I suppose. Would you betray Elidrat or Hobgoblins? Really depends on which.
Well, kind of seems to me that the tower is one of the only groups within the Wastes who's actually trying to prevent the coming calamity, and I suppose if you're gonna, betray that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
Seems you're aligning yourself against whatever forces there are trying to keep our people alive with what's coming.
you know what's coming?
I know some.
I'm sure you're starving to get a little bit more.
Indeed.
That's a shame. Knowledge is so hard to come by these days.
Knowledge.
I imagine with Elidrat hoarding it all, must get kind of hard. It must not like get scraps.
I think we probably have a little bit more than Elidrat realizes, but perhaps that's not enough.
Scribble his name out like everyone else does here. Or do you just keep it going?
Well, the tower does what must be done for us to remain in our station, such that we may be able to offer some help, and it just seems like, a lot of us are going to die, and you're out here doing fuck all about it as far as I can tell.
I imagine it is kind of a problem. As far as you can tell, it's kind of a short distance.
They don't tell us much about why the broken pillars splintered off. And as far as I can tell, you're a traitor, but anything you'd like to add? Tell your side of the story, perhaps?
Changing times require new methods. You familiar with Hadagara, a moving mountain?
Am I?
Sure.
We've heard of it.
You can do an intelligence check.
She's a blue dragon.
Oh,
In the other campaign.
Okay.
Oh, is that where we learned about that?
History check?
Because
Balls.
we don't know that.
Do I have
Sometimes-
advantage or anything?
Yeah, you can get an advantage on it.
They blurred for me a second.
I know everything.
Visions
That's
from the
pretty
future.
good. History?
Yeah.
24.
You know that Hadagara was an ancient blue dragon that was recently conquered by Elidrat. By recently, I mean like last couple of years. Didn't really put up much of a threat against Elidrat. Not really. It was more or less a squash match. Elidrat wrecked them. And it wasn't like a long drawn out battle. It was like a couple of minutes.
Oof. Well, seemed to be forced to be reckoned with, but I suppose Elidrat proved otherwise.
Yeah. Be a real shame. so often.
So what do the pillars have to do with the moving mountain?
She left a lot of things behind. You know, I would show it to you if you ever get the chance. It's quite lovely. But the Ogligek is only necessary for a few people.
The what?
The Ogligek.
Ogligek?
Yeah.
The fuck is that? Do I know what that is?
Yeah.
We have absolutely heard that before. I can't remember where.
So I do I know what is it?
Fiddlesticks.
It's the part that Scalag was offering.
Ah. Oh, a piece of the
Yeah.
It's the thing. The thing.
And the thing
star.
is this. What is that gonna? Fuck. What is
The black star. It's
black-
a very powerful magical artifact.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the one. What
The
did
thing
it
we're trying to get.
do again?
I can't remember if it's like a mana sink or, but
It's a powerful tool used for hobgoblin liches back in the day.
now that we didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we did.
yeah you
I
did.
mean, you might have known
I
that.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not something I could have written down.
How much of it do you have?
Enough to see and enough to feel. That's all I really required. And he pats the side of his pocket, and he brings his two retainers. He's like, have a good night. And he just walks away. Now, guys, it's 11:35.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a little bit of a twist.
Well, now we're gonna. Next time we'll start.
At the beginning of the concert.
I wanted to have a little bit of a twist, but this twist is far too valuable for me to give it up right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cap it off for tonight,
Yeah.
and we're going to begin next session at about a couple minutes before Umril's big set.
Okay.
You want to do close out?
Oh, right, we gotta.
Let's close out.
Outro.
Thank you guys for joining us. Sorry that was
Yeah.
the ending part would have just been ridiculous.
Yeah, I really had like something really major planned, and then I was just like, I need to.
It needs its own moment.
This
Yeah.
needs
Yeah.
to stew.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if I don't,
Oh, great. Oh.
a great moment will be.
You
ruined.
only
Yeah.
get one shot.
You only get one shot at this, and like I needed to make it work, and like I need that time to make it a lot cooler.
Thank you,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
who has
Thanks, guys.
actually stayed this whole time with us.
Yeah.
Music by Foxmore, art by C4 Studios. All of the other credits, including Toronto Gamers,
Who gave me this shirt?
Yeah.
This
Heck yeah, for
shirt.
shirts.
who are
That's
partnered with us in
My
distribution
first
and
non-skeleton
marketing.
shirt that I have worn on this stream so
First
far.
non-skelly.
Big shout out to Toronto Gamers.
Yes, big shout out to Toronto Gamers.
We have been Mark, Ada, Mav, Jackie, Charlie, and Brett.
Or God.
God.
Thank you for joining us for Quest and Queers.
Peace out, gang.
Keep on questing.
Yeah.
queers.
Stay
Keep on
queer.
Keep on questing queers.